Yeah.
All right. What's good, Knicks Nation? Welcome back to another KFTV post-game live, where we're talking about this excruciating, painful loss. I am sick to my stomach, as I'm sure that a lot of you are out there are. So let's get into this one, all right? The New York Knicks entered this one down in Atlanta for Game 3 with the series tied 1-1, looking to take an advantage lead on this team. And when the game started, both teams weren't shooting great, but the Hawks were out there making plays, honestly, just effort or fighting for 50-50 balls, just making the extra hustle effort to get out to a good lead. And from there, since the first quarter, this Knicks team, I should say, would battle all the way through, just trying to keep pace with this team. The Hawks would get as far as 15, 20-point lead in this game, and the Knicks would just have to continuously battle. We did see them come back in the second quarter, bring this thing within 10, but then, as it got down to the fourth quarter, you thought this Knicks team was going to pull the reverse Uno card on them, be like, haha, you got us by 1 point last game, we got you by 1 point. After all the crazy shot making that we saw in the fourth quarter by OG Anunoby, Deuce McBride, you thought the captain, Jalen Brunson, was going to solidify this thing with the and one that he got. Unfortunately, the Hawks, would come out after the timeout, get CJ McCollum the ball, who's been hot this entire series. And sure enough, he created just enough separation to knock down the two that would then give the Hawks the 109-108 lead. And then just Mike Brown, I don't know what that ATO was, but we saw Brunson fumbling and bumbling, trying to get it to Josh Hart, and ultimately turned the ball over as the Hawks would just run out the rest of the clock, get the turnover, and the Hawks would win 109-108. Another frustrating loss, and it will all you could do is look back at game 2 and say, damn, if you didn't play with your food then, you could have banked this loss and been okay. Or put the Hawks on their heels and even gotten this one. Who the hell knows, man? Who the hell knows? But we're here to talk about it. We're here to talk about this pain, so make sure to stay locked in. Hit that thumbs up button for your boy. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. With me on the other side is my guy CK2K, as he was calling the game for the play-by-play, as doing a phenomenal job as he always does. And make sure to call in by Discord tonight, people. I got to tell you, call in by Discord. I know we got a lot of takes out there. We got to know how everyone's feeling. Do you still got faith in this team? Do you think that the Knicks are just down and out? Where are you at right now? We need to know. We need to know. I'm sick, CK. I am sick to my stomach. As soon as that buzzer hit and I saw how that game ended with, I don't even know what they were trying to do. I saw Jalen Brunson trying to get downhill, get to his spot, try to sneak a bounce pass to Josh Hart to get, I guess, an easy layup for the 2. And the next thing you know, just rolls to the other side of the court, man. Which would be how the Knicks team played tonight, man. Just the turnover struggles, as we saw throughout the regular season, continue. They just continue into the postseason. And the Hawks, who are a good team, really good team, by the way, top 6 scoring off of turnovers, continue to make the Knicks feel the punishment as you just get out in transition and beat them, man. And just a tough loss, man. Tough loss. I mean, I'm sick to my stomach for a multitude of reasons. We can get back to the whole... I know everyone's going to choose somebody to blame, CK. I know everyone's going to choose somebody to blame.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm going to tell you who is somewhat safe. OG Anunoby. Josh Hart. That's about it. Maybe Deuce. But
you're saying safe?
Safe, as in not for like trades I'm talking about, but like from like feeling like the brunt of the criticism tonight. I'd say it's those 3 guys.
You're putting Hart in there? Interesting. I'm not.
I'll give him the hustle, man.
I need more in hustle for a playoff game, brother.
That's kind of
I'm
what his
sorry.
role is.
Like
But all
that's
right,
I
we will
I
have that
get that.
discussion, man. Let's
Yeah, we can have that discussion. He ain't safe. He on my safe list. I
all
was
right.
gonna say OG and Cat. Those are my safe picks.
Okay.
Harden
Cat
got
had a
my
really good game. I just didn't like that he couldn't impose himself. And once again, we just saw him just kind of like be passive in the fourth quarter without being called. But let's get into this, man. How do you feel about the game? How do you feel about the game?
there's nothing I can add. I could sit here and give a nice, analytical, thoughtful, sentence about how I feel about the game. We lost. We gave the series to Atlanta. Not saying we're losing this series, but I mean like now they're in the driver's seat of the series because they snuck one from us in the Garden, and now they won their first game at home as they're supposed to. And that doesn't sit well with me. We joked, Alex, in the last post game about how the Knicks are going to come into this game, right? Like what energy were we expecting? Were we expecting them to take that fourth quarter collapse serious and play with some different energy? And then I made the joke about, are we going to get the cool guy Knicks that we've seen several times in the regular season? And man, did they piss me off when they did that exact routine. Like it was just the way we were turning the ball over back and forth, and we managed to scrum together a nice little safe little 9 to, at the time it was like 9 to 4 point lead, and then they got it to 6, and then it was all Hawks from there on out. And it's just like that first quarter to me was a copy and paste of the fourth quarter of game 2, and that didn't sit right with me. The rest of the game was garbage. Yes, it's great that we got back into it to the point where we got to that final possession, but the fact that we copied and paste the final quarter of a game that we should not have lost and started the game the exact same way, lack of hustle, lack of caring for the ball, lack of good shots. We went, well, I think at that point we were one of something from 3. I can't remember off the top of my head. I could probably pull it up. I don't care enough. Um, just the fact that there was, again, it was the cool guy Knicks mindset that pisses me off about this team. My biggest pet peeve of this team this season, they did it today in the playoffs. Game 3 gave this team basically home court advantage now, and that just blows my mind. And then you broke down that last play where we just don't even know what that last play was, brother. We didn't even get a shot up. Make that make sense. We had a full 12.5, right? If I remember correctly, 12.5 on the clock.
12.5 seconds. You had an
That's
eternity to create something, man. And
anything we
that's what we
wanted.
got.
We didn't even get a shot. We didn't even get a shot. So I don't have any pretty words or happy words. Do I think the series is over? No, I don't think so. But again, like I echoed 1,000 times in game 2, I'm still looking past this series. Like, can we do this? Like, even if we survive this series and win it, can we run this back and do the same thing as Boston? Or we just magically and just be like, you know what? Let's not do that anymore. Let's stop that. We've been doing it for 82 games. We just did it again for a season. Let's just stop now, guys. Let's just stop. It's time to play like playoff basketball. Is that going to happen? I don't know, Alex. And I hate that I'm having those kind of thoughts because I was all in on playoff run because of how this team was built. But now this team, you know, I don't even want to look at the comments because I know what they're saying. CK, your guy, Mikal got 0 point. Yeah, he was, but I'm not going to defend him today. He was awful. He was awful. Awful.
Terrible, man.
Awful. 4 turnovers, brother. I'm talking about the turnovers in that first quarter. You were the biggest part of them. Only took 3 shots. The only saving grace was he still had Nickeil Alexander-Walker bottled up because the minute Brown benched him for the remainder of that, then all of a sudden we saw Nickeil go crazy. But like that to me is not even good enough to be like, well, that you can have that. No, I'm not even gonna give you that. And I don't know. We're gonna talk about other stuff. I just no. I don't like that we gave the series is now in the Hawks' hands. That does not sit well with me. They're 2-1. They're still at home in game 4. That doesn't sit well with me. And now I'm going to ask the question again, Alex, before we get into serious conversations. Which version of the Knicks do you expect on Saturday? Do you think that they're going to take this one with, we lost 2 games by 1 point back to back. Do you think the Knicks are going to, take that on the chin and play with some aggression and look to try and beat down the Hawks? Or are we going to get the cool guy Knicks again where it's like, we were just right there. Let's just do the same game plan and try it again on game 4. Which version of the Knicks are we getting, Alex?
At this point, I'm thinking it's the latter, unfortunately. Because, in a game like this where, it's hilarious? Karl Anthony Towns when he got the rock, was dominating. I don't know if you know this, CK, but when he got the ball, Onyeka Okongwu couldn't stop him. He was getting to the cup, finishing through traffic for the most part.
Yeah.
He knocked down what how many threes did he have tonight? He knocked down his 1-3.
Yeah,
knocked down all of his free throw shots, got you 17 boards. He was just an offensive rebounding machine tonight. With his 4 boards, because he always got the putback, especially in that second quarter.
Yeah.
And then, after a good third quarter, and I get why they took him out. You wanted to rest him and start the fourth. And then we'd even see that, which is I don't know what Mike Brown is thinking. That man, whatever Mike Brown is smoking, man, I want some of that right now. That's all I know, because
I don't want to touch
you.
I don't want to
out in outer space, man, because I don't know what we're watching right now.
Got you.
This might be. Look, man, the way he's coaching right now, it's close to a one and done situation. I'm telling you that. But look, I am befuddled in how we struggle to get Towns the ball. 12 shot attempts for the guy who's the most efficient in this thing. Like, I really just don't get it. I really do not get it at this point. And the thing is, CK, is that we keep going back to the same output in the fourth quarter, which I'm like, can someone please explain to me, somebody, in how when we watch this game, that Towns just does not get touches in the fourth? Like, what did he do? What did he do that he can't get a touch in the fourth quarter? What did he do? What dirt does he have on somebody? Like, what? I really just don't get this. I really do not get this. The man showed that he was unstoppable in the paint. Unstoppable getting downhill. Got to the free throw line. They were giving him calls, man. And then what we see is that we go away from it. And I don't understand why we are doing this. He is the ultimate mismatch in this series. And we're not using the ultimate mismatch. Now, he does have his flaws. Okay, when you get knocked off your block by Kuminga, we got problems there. All right? When I see Nickeil Alexander-Walker and you're not setting up to get him on the block, we got problems there. Don't get me wrong. Towns is not like absolved from any blame in this either.
No,
but the thing is that when he is getting it going, why don't we keep giving it to him?
Exactly.
It's like, all right, you got your 4 points. Cool. My turn. My turn now. Okay. I know you were rocking, but it's my turn now. And that ish bothers me so much because they don't have, and it's not even Jock Landale is not going to be the town stopper, but like, who do they have? Who do they have on this team? And why can't we just make it that much easier, man? Why can't we make it that much easier? How come we can't get the Brunson Cat pick and roll just rolling, man? Cat was diving to the basket to end the season. Now I just see him just chilling. I don't see any of that. And look, there are opportunities where Brunson's calling for Cat over to set the screen, and he's looking in a completely different direction. This team in general just looks disjointed at this phase, man, of the postseason. Like, how do you not even look like you're together? That's like the next thing.
Yeah.
That is even more crazy to me. After timeouts, we're bumbling and fumbling all over the place.
Every time.
When we're trying to even pass in sequence, it's just a turnover without anyone even touching anything. It is truly. This is truly. Look, man. Look, it is truly just a feat at this point. I don't know. I just don't know what, like, because at this point, CK, we knew they didn't have a great game 1. We knew what they did in game 2. The same issues came through.
Yeah.
But to be quite honest, the slight adjustment that I did, like, I was like, Macau, just park yourself on the bench, man.
Yeah.
You are to start the third quarter. We didn't see that man until like the end, which I'm like, all right, I guess. But
yeah,
between that Josh guarding McCollum, which I did like because then he slowed down McCollum for a bit. But then you had Jalen Johnson. It's like I don't know what else, man. I truly don't know what else this team can do at this point. Now the series not over. I'm not trying to sound doom and gloom. I'm just frustrated from what I watched because they could
Okay.
bounce back. They could win Saturday. Next thing you know, you're tied up 2-2. You go back to the Garden, have a good home record. Maybe you push it up to 3-2. But even if they do that, and let's say they even do win the series, moving forward, I just don't know what this thing will look like because if you're doing this to a young Hawks team who you're now giving so much confidence to, man, you're just kind of like, you're just kind of like beating us over the head with a bat, being like, I don't know, man, like, I don't know how I can believe that even if you make it to the second round, where are you going from that? I can't even talk about the second round because it doesn't even look like they're getting out of the first round at this moment in time. But like I said, series is not even over.
Yeah,
but the
it's
way
how
that they played today, man, this is just, whew.
Yep. Unless there's just gonna be some magical kumbaya that happens, and we'll see. But the thing is, we see all the flaws, we see all the things that need to be fixed, and honestly, like to everything you just said, it's not much. It really isn't too much that needs to be adjusted or fixed in this game. But that's like I said at the top, that what bothers me is we didn't see an ounce of those things that need to be fixed change at all from fourth quarter of game 2 to the entirety of game 3. The only thing that changed is Cat got a few more touches, but in the fourth quarter, as you mentioned, the only difference was he went from 0 shots to 2. How does that make sense? So I don't know. I got nothing else to add about this one, brother.
It's tough, man. It's tough. And I mean, obviously the next big one I know people want to talk about is the captain himself, Jalen Brunson, and how he's performing. He's been having a tough first round matchup, man. He's been having a tough first round matchup. And watching him, man, it's like he started like it was tough for him to start the game. Like he was efficient to start. Like he was 4 for 8 to start. And it's like, all right, 4 for 8. He could probably get himself going a little bit more. But to finish the game, 11 to 23, just like a shy under 50%. No threes, only 4 assists, 3 turnovers. Not good, man. Not good. And I know that he got the shot down the end, but they're really neutralizing him right now. And I think they've really, I don't know if they've taken him fully out of his game, but I don't know what's going on with Jalen Brunson right now, man. He is, he's looking bad. It's looking bad, bro. Are you concerned from what we're seeing from the captain?
I'm more concerned about how he's being guarded. It just feels like every possession the Hawks have figured him out. It feels like he, the things that have worked, from time to time he gets his buckets off. Obviously, still scored at, what I think did he end at 50%? Just under 47. So like he's still getting to his spots, but at the same time, it's the turnovers for me, and then just getting picked apart defensively. It just feels like the Hawks have figured him out. And I think that's where I'm a little bit more concerned. The last 2 shots he had, yeah, he made the big one, but then he airballed the next one, and then he turned over. So that's what I'm saying. So like those are the moments to me. It just feels like Brunson is just in his head, and it feels like this season has just been one of those years where I don't know if teams have just figured him out. They've caught on to the Brunson trend or whatever the case may be, but it just seems more noticeable in this series because it's a playoffs and it's more notable because we're playing the same team so many times, and that's what concerns me. That's what concerns me, and we're not shifting anything. We're not changing anything. Not saying Brunson needs to shoot less or Brunson needs to just not play the same kind of game, but something needs to be shifted around. I think it's as simple as just getting back to pick and roll. I think it's as simple as letting Towns take more of the volume of shots. So then the defense then has to shift again and focus on Towns. And then you see Brunson get himself more available. There's a lot of things I feel like you can do, but until we do those kind of changes consistently, it just feels like they know when Brunson gets the ball in certain instances, he's going to go downhill and they have a man waiting for him. They know that when he's off ball, they're going to try to get a screen so they can give him the handoff. When they give him the handoff, they have another man waiting for him. And those are the kind of plays at the right moments for Atlanta, wrong moments for us that concern me the most with Jalen Brunson. And then on top of that, it just feels like when it comes down to his offense, sometimes he's just in his head a little bit. So I don't know. Does he get himself out of it? He definitely can. And he's still one of the best in the world, but he has to get it. I feel like he's just making it a little too hard on himself. And I think we got to figure out a way to make things easier by, maybe leaning on a very dominant big that we have that we don't really utilize correctly. I feel like we haven't been in this series so far. So maybe you put a little bit more on Karl-Anthony Towns, and Brunson might be able to score a little bit easier. But concern, yeah, there's a little bit there for sure. Defense has got to figure it out.
Salute to Knicks Nation. Thank you all for tuning for another KFTV post game live. Knicks unfortunately dropped game 3 down in Atlanta. The series goes to the Hawks right now 2-1. They are up 2-1, losing tonight 108 to 109. Make sure to call in through the Discord. Hit that thumbs up button for your boys. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Let's salute to one of our sponsors tonight, CK, and that is Fabletics. And people, let me tell you something about Fabletics. Look, you all know how I like to play pickup basketball. I keep telling you that every time. And the quality of this product is just great, man. It's lightweight, it's durable, it looks clean, you feel fresh, you feel confident while you're out there. I got the tee, I got the line shorts. They're just perfect, man. They're perfect for hooping, and they're perfect just for working out in general. If you're going to lift weights, if you're going out for jogs, I highly recommend this. And the cool thing about Fabletics is that you can get 80% off of everything if you just sign up as a VIP. So this is all you need to do. Get 80% off everything when you just head over to fabletics.com/KFTV. Take their style quiz and make sure to select KFTV when you're prompted to, because hey, who doesn't want to feel confident when they go to work out? Because look, other brands out there, man, are too expensive, and Fabletics got you covered by dropping everything by 80%. So make sure to go to fabletics.com/KFTV and make sure to let them know that KFTV sent you. All right. All right, CK. We got people on the line. You know we got people on the line. We got to hear
them.
we got to hear what the people are thinking, man.
Let's go.
All right. So, let's get it, man. Let's get this. First and foremost, first up on the Discord, we got Maly, man. Maly, what's going on, man? How you feeling?
Yeah, hello.
Yo, what up, Maly? How you doing?
Yeah, I'm pissed off, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I feel you, bro.
This is getting. I'm gonna keep it family shut because the words I want to say I can't even say. But this is ridiculous, man. Like, it's like first we're playing from behind the whole game, and it's like Brunson, man. Like, we all love you guys, Knicks fans. We do. But you don't gotta be the hero the whole time. And also, like with Cat, yeah, I want to see Cat get involved more, but he has to start taking accountability because I'm seeing Kaminga kind of totally shut him out, and that's unacceptable. You got to fight for your position. OG gave us what nearly 30, 29 points. That's great. Deuce gave us 15 off the bench. That's great. Mikal Bridges, man, 0 points. Come on, man. That's like I don't even want to bring up the picks and all that because it's repetitive. But like, come on, man, you can't provide. You're not providing defense and you're not providing offense. That's so. What's the point of playing you? Deuce played over you down the stretch, and I think Mike Brown. Like you got to put. I mean, you got to put length on CJ. Pause, but they're doing the same to Brunson. We're putting guys with 6'7" or and up on Brunson. Deuce McBride, yeah, he's a good defender, but I don't think he should have been guarding CJ McCollum that last possession when he scored. I think if we got that stop and if Brunson wasn't trying to be the hero and we scored that possession when he airballed, I think we win the game if we score that possession. But Brunson, he's in his head and he wants to be that guy, which yeah, this is your team. We don't always gotta be the hero. Get other guys involved. Maybe try and get Cat to take that shot or something. But you don't have to, it's predictable. If everyone knows down the stretch, all right, Brunson's gonna take the last shot. Let's load up on this guy and we'll live with a tough shot if he hits it. Like it's predictable. We gotta, be better. So now next game, we're on our heels. We gotta win. Next game is a must-win game on Saturday. If we don't win on Saturday, we're in trouble. That's all I can say. The series is not done. I'm not gonna overreact, but we better get our act together on Saturday because we'll be in trouble if we don't win, and that's all I got to say.
Appreciate the call, Molly. Appreciate the call. And yeah, Knicks will be in trouble if they do not win on Saturday. They had, whew, you go down 3-1 in this series when you're the better team, when you got championship aspirations. Damn. Mm-mm. 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 Can't happen. Can't happen. Cannot happen. If it does happen, there, man, I don't even want to think about the offseason if that happens. I don't even want to think about that because you know it's going to be, whew, it's about to get dark real quick if that happens, real quick.
Man, we really did. Maly just reminded me, like, we really did waste an OG 30 ball. 56%, 50 from 3. OG the only one that showed up.
Bro,
OG's the only one that
100%
showed
from the
up.
free throw line. He corrected himself.
My God, we wasted that game, man. I know he's so soft-spoken and he's British, but, bro, I'd be cussing folks out in the locker room if I was OG.
Bro, we had the fact that we got 26 from Brunson, 21 from Towns, 29 from OG, 15 from Deuce. And I know Clarkson went 4 from 11, but he was giving you some good minutes out there for part of it. Got you 8 points off the bench. I'm like, yo, what are we doing, man? I will say for some of those Clarkson shots, we give him grenades, man. We're just chucking him grenades. Like, yo, do something. And it's like, dog, that ain't right, man.
OG is the king of grenades. He ain't complaining. He made 2 of those 3 grenades in the
threw those are Hail Marys, man.
Hail Marys, man.
Those were Hail Marys. Hail Marys. Thank God they landed. Yo,
man.
Get that.
That's
Yo, better
crazy.
be nice to OG on the plane, man. That's all I know.
Nah, put him on the private jet. Everybody else on coach, bro. I'm over that. F that,
Coach,
man.
everyone get on the bus. You're all taking the bus back. Y'all don't deserve the plane right now, man. That's crazy. All right. Well, let's get to some super chats before we keep going down the line, CK.
Let's do it.
Santana Block, shout out to you for being a franchise channel member with a $2 super chat. Says family show Villanova. Then he sends another one, $2 family. Another $2 super chat. Said Tibbs ready with the Fendi meme. Man. Shout out to Pats Nation with the $20 super chat. I do not trust Mike Brown to put our players in position to win big time games. I feel like he does random stuff that pops into his mind. That's if he has one. He's nothing but a LeBron, Kobe, Warriors, and Spurs merchant. Mike Brown about to feel the heat, man. I know that's coming down the pipeline of the show. Shout out to CL Kenrick for the $5 super chat. He said Hart wasn't paying attention to the friggin' pass. Sheesh. Hey, man.
Yeah. Yes. Sorry. There's so many. Yeah, we were pointing out a lot of them in the play-by-play. Very good point.
Yeah. Shout out to Badasatava. I'm just go with Moonshadow because I'm gonna end with Moonshadow. Shout out to Moonshadow, man, for the $5 super chat. Says when a team underestimates their opponent, that opponent over. Wow. All right, man. That's a little much, but I get where you're going with that one. I get where you're going with that one. All right. I get where you're going with that one. Appreciate the super chat though. All right, man. Shout out to MC with the $5 super chat. He says Hero Ball Brunson hasn't worked these last 4 years. How do we think the outcome will be different this year? No cat, no ring. Yo, man, it's fine when Brunson is in your clutch moment and getting your shots at the end of the game, but yeah, man. Can't be for good portions of the game trying to just take everybody on, man. It's not you versus the world, man. You don't have to do that. Not anymore. You got a team. Utilize the team. We got Sherwin. Shout out to Sherwin with the $20 super chat. He's third in the chat right now for ranking. He says, I would have McBride start over Bridges and have Kolek play some minutes to see what playmaking he can do. Hey, man, at this point, if you're Mike Brown, you got to try everything, man. You might got to give Kolek the chance because with that second unit, if you're going to have Cat and everybody else out there, Jose Alvarado, he had some, nice plays, but for the most part, was ineffective in just organizing the offense, man. If you got to give Kolek that shot right now to see if you can get Cat really rolling, just go. Maybe he gives you the jolt of energy that you need. Maybe you got to try that. Shout out to Above the Rim, man, with the $10 super chat. And for being a mod, he says, bro, Mike Brown is putting all his chips on Brunson getting off on the Hawks, and it's backfiring. No cat, no rings. Why have him on the court? Minus 26 with 0 points should not deserve to start next game. He's talking about Mikal Bridges. Yo, you can't have Mikal doing that, man.
No.
Tonight's performance by Mikal Bridges, whew.
Awful, nightmarish, bro. It's not even the 0 points for me more than the turnovers, brother, because he was only 0 for 3, but 4 turnovers that led to what I think it was 2 separate runs that were primarily because of him. Those were what killed us more than the 0 points, in my opinion. There's a reason why he was a negative 26.
Yeah, look, I mean, honestly, the 0 for 3 doesn't help either. I mean, he's supposed to be another offensive hub too, man. Like he's supposed to be a release, and he can't even knock down his mid range right now. This is the guy that's supposed to be knocking down open threes, his mid range. Can't even do that, man. The not attacking the rim, can be forgiven to a degree if you can knock down your shots. If you can't knock down your shots and you can't provide like competent defense or some like competent playmaking, it's just all awful, man. All awful. And it's only it's only highlighted even more because of the amount of picks that were traded for him and the contract extension that he got. Extension.
100%.
We got Condon. Shout out to you for the $10 super chat. Says, blow it up and rebuild it around OG. All right, man. We ain't there yet. There's still some series to go. We got to see what happens Saturday, man. Got to see what happens. All right. Let's get back to the line, CK. Let's get back to the line. We got people here, and we got people lining up, man. People want to talk about this right now. So we just went to Maly. Let's get to King Mott. King Mott, how you doing, man? How you feeling?
I'm not feeling good at all. I would fire Mike Brown right now. That guy I'm over him. He's terrible. A couple of things on Mike Brown tonight. One, how many times are you going to have Brunson or McCullough to start the game? That makes absolutely no sense. When Hart was on him, played him a lot better. When Deuce was on him, played him a lot better. He then switched in the second half, and that's when McCullough started to slow down a bit. So that's my first point. Terrible. He said he watches the Knicks. I don't know what he watches. The adjustment in this game was terrible to start the game. You cannot have Brunson on McCullough. Two, again, he starts the fourth quarter with no Cat or Brunson. Hold on. He starts the fourth quarter with no Brunson or Cat on the floor. In the third quarter, he had no big on the court. He had a small lineup. It was all guards. I think OG was the tallest the tallest player on the court for the Knicks in the third quarter for like 3-4 minutes in a row. Third thing, why did Mitch didn't play at all? Mitch had no minutes in his game. He played, 6-7 minutes? And he didn't play in the second half at all. What else I got to say? I hear people talking about Brunson. I didn't think Brunson had a terrible game today. I thought what I was more mad about Brunson is that this guy does not box out for anything. I mean, McCullough got 3 offensive rebounds on him. Daniels got 3 offensive rebounds on him. He's if Brunson was athletic, he'll probably be top 3 best players in the world. He has no athleticism. He can't jump. I don't know why they were switching on him with the dude that came from Golden State. He was killing us tonight. Why all the scrubs that nobody wants? They go to the team that we play against, and then they kill us. I'm not saying McCullough's a scrub. He's a good player, but he's killing us. Kuminga, who Golden State didn't want, he's killing us. I just don't get it. But Mike Brown, I think Mike Brown, if we lose this series, he's going to get fired because he's too lackadaisical. I don't know how you can he's just too, started the fourth quarter, man. We down by 10 and you have no start. You don't start with Cat or or Brunson on the floor. Bridges, I wouldn't play Bridges for the rest of the series. I think Bridges is completely terrible. I would start Deuce over him. I would give Shamit or Clarkson. I would try Diawara. I wouldn't play Bridges. What does Bridges do? He played some good defense, but he is Bridges is one of the I don't even know what to say about Bridges anymore. This guy looks scared on the court. He can't dribble. when he goes baseline, he looks nervous. He just looks scared out there. I think we might have, like in Space Jam when they take the powers away. I swear to God, Bridges came to the Knicks and he lost all his powers. Like this guy can't play basketball no more. He can't play. He cannot play in game 4. They have to start Deuce or somebody else or start Mitch. Hart, I like what Hart did tonight. The only thing is Hart sometimes, again, not aggressive enough. His shot was off. Imagine if he hits that 3 in the corner. We would have been up by like, I think 5 at that moment. And we would have put the game away. I thought the Knicks was going to win that game when we were up 108, 105. Cat had the huge block on Jalen Johnson, and he grabs his rebound and scores it too. Then we get the next play. We give it to, I think, Brunson. And what happened there? He shot an air ball in the corner. Like, just again, not getting nobody involved. But I see, like, when he gets the ball and he wants to go one-on-one, I feel like the team don't even want to do anything. Like, they want him to take a difficult shot. Like, nobody comes. How much time do they have to screen that Cat to go try to to do the pick and roll? I feel like Cat doesn't want to do the pick and roll. Maybe he feels he's not going to get the ball once the pick and roll happens. But I feel like he doesn't want to do it. Like, he looks scared to do the pick and roll. They have to get him the ball, man. I mean, plus 26. He's a mismatch waiting to happen. I don't know how he hasn't had 30 in one of the games yet. It's just I'm disappointed, man. But Mike Brown, they got to get somebody else. I don't want to see him with the clipboard, man. They got to get him. He's going to get run out of New York. Like, if we lose this series, it's done. Like, he's going to get ran out of New York. I don't want to see him anywhere close to the next year we lose to this game. But game 4 is a must-win, and we got to win game 5, too. If not, it's over for the Knicks. I'm done. Appreciate you guys, but Bridges got to go too, man. This guy is terrible. I'm tired of Bridges. Got to get. If we lose a series too, he has to be off this team next year.
That was King Mott on the line, man. Rate that call in the chat. 5 being facts, 1 being trash. Let us know what you thought about King Mott's call, man. Yo, King Mott came in with the energy, the heat, brought in the chopper. He's done with Mike Brown, man. Done with Mikal Bridges. And look, people always wonder why I criticize Mikal Bridges, man. And it's like, yo,
who wonders? Who wonders? Everyone agrees with you.
Yo, bro, there's people in like the comment section on KFTV who are like, why are you so tough on Mikal, man? He's a fine 4th option. I'm like, bro, I get that he's the 4th option. But the level of consistency, man, the level of consistency's got to be there. And on top of that, I know it's not his fault he got traded for them, for the assets, man, but you got to show up, bro. You just got to show up. Look, man. You can't go 0 for 3. You can't have the 4 turnovers. You just can't. You can't. You cannot be benched. The whole point of what this starting 5 is so that you can be out there and be instrumental. Now, because of the way he's been playing, because people are always saying bench Josh Hart. I was like, actually, the guy I'd like to bench and give him the Andre Iguodala role is Mikal Bridges. Because that guy has shown that being in the starting rotation at times, if he's not feeling it, he's just Space Cadet. Out. Checked out, man. I mean, how do you even say in the last post game, like, I thought it was a good shot that I pulled for the mid-range. Bro, you hesitated at the 3-point line, and then you went to a baseline mid-range, and it was like, why? Why did you not attack the basket? Maybe you get a foul, finish through contact, something. The highest percentage shot is just getting around the rim. Why did you not try that? You got arms that stretch for days. Try that. How about that, man? Try that. Man.
You still lost me on the you're the only one been hard on him. Brother. I feel like everyone's been hard on him since he.
Oh no, I'm not saying I'm the only
Knick.
one. They're saying why?
Oh, okay.
Like why? I'm not the only one. They're saying why? Why are you so hard?
I was gonna say, yeah.
But hey, man, this is New York, man. It's gonna get only tougher, man. The angst, the criticism, the spotlight is only going to get bigger. And I can tell you this right now. There's a section of writers. I can tell you this right. There's a section of beat writers who are waiting to say, this is why you don't fire Tom Thibodeau.
Oh God.
You know that's coming.
Oh my.
You know that is coming.
I thought you were gonna say something. You know, he'll probably play better in Milwaukee. I thought you were gonna say something like that. Like, Bridges it's a quieter town. He could play better in Milwaukee. I thought that's what you were gonna say. Something like that. Oh my God. You're right. I know you're right. I'm not disagreeing with you, but that's not what I wanted you to say.
Well, that's going to be the next conversation. Don't you worry. All right, man. Let's keep it rolling. We got King Matthews on the line. King Matthews, tell us how you're feeling.
Tell us. Tough night, right? Tough night. This is the type of game supposed to win. That's one game after blowing that game 2, right? Crazy. You got your Nick gear gone. Game 3 in Atlanta, showing your team up. Down double digits in the first quarter. Everyone's hitting threes. No defense. Oh, Mikal Bridges. Ooh, I got a lot of things to say about you. They're missing that shot in game 2. Seeing them all them photos. Trolling you. In the game, you're going to respond? 0 points? 4 turnovers? Are we serious right now? Hey, Brown. Where was Mitchell Robinson? Free Mitch. If he goes to another team that pays him more, he deserves it. Because what are you doing? The rotations are terrible. And OG Anunoby, McBride, moments. Just a bad pass from Brunson. I already said this, and I say this again. This town series to dominate. We traded Julius Dante for a guy that's getting paid $55 million just to not get him the ball. What are we doing? Am I calling Brunson a ball hog? No. But the hero ball. Gotta stop. It gotta stop, man. Game 4, gotta win. I already had 8 drinks of wine. You got me tonight. Now I'm about to go to work. All these Hawk fans gonna be on my DMs, bro. Wake up. Please. Get your stuff together. Get that win. Because if we lose game 4, care if we win game 5. This series is gonna be over if we lose game 4. Good night, man.
That was King Matthews on the line. Heated, man. Heated. So heated that Discord couldn't even pick him up fully, man. Rightfully so. Rightfully so that he's frustrated. Look, man. Mike Brown. I really don't know what Mike Brown is thinking, man.
Thinking?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yo, man, when I saw him drinking water on the sideline, I was like, that man is nervous. He could have been like, what was that mean? It's like Jim Carrey from Wire Wire, where he's just shaking the water. Like, like, you could have sensed that, man. That's how I felt. That's how it felt. I was like, this man is stressed. But look, man, you just see he's partially doing this to himself. As people pointed out, another quarter, the fourth quarter, no Brunson, no Towns. You're coming back from down, man. You're down, man. You're down. Like, this is not the time to be, saving minutes for guys. Towns finished with 34. What are we saving 34 minutes if you're not going to go to Mitchell Robinson?
Yeah. Can you explain that to me? Why was Mitch not used? Why was Mitch not used at all tonight? Is there something I missed? I had to check fouls. I'm like, is he hurt? Like, why did Mitch only play 11 minutes today? I didn't even feel like their offense did enough where they took him out of the play. Like, why was Mitch so minimally used today?
Only 11 minutes for Mitchell Robinson. 11.
That one blew my mind.
Like, are we resting him for something? Did I miss something? Did I miss something in this equation? Also, since we're talking about Mitchell Robinson, you had not even the full all-defense lineup out there. Where was Mitch?
Mitch wasn't one of them, right? That defense lineup was little.
In the last, why was he not out there? Can someone explain that one to me? Why did we not put Mitchell Robinson out for that last frame? Why? Why do we not have our best defensive center out there? I know that in this series, he hasn't been popping off the screen, but I also don't think he's been an absolute zero either. And quite honestly, I just don't see this. Like, this Knicks team is not even looking for him in the right moment to get him lobs. I know they're doing a good job covering as well, but good Lord. Like, what are we doing, man? Like, even the way that you were working him into the offense, getting him bounce passes in the paint, letting him work the post a little bit, I have not seen any of that. We've gone completely away from that. This is where, during the regular season, I'm actually not worried about the defense. It's more so the offense, man, because when the offense reaches its high, it is unbeatable. But it has not been like that since Denver. It has not been like that since Denver. This offense has just been so helter-skelter all over the place, man. It does not feel like everyone is connected and bought into what needs to be done on a night-to-night basis. And if that's not going to be the case, you should definitely have Mitchell Robinson out there then to go help you defensively. 11 minutes for Mitchell Robinson tonight? That's crazy. And to not even have him when you trying to throw out the all defense to stop CJ and everybody and just like put them in like a bind. Like you're up by 1. Why not throw your best defensive center out there? It just made no sense.
None.
You thought we should have had more Mitch tonight? Did you think we should have had more Mitch tonight?
Yeah, that's why I asked you the question. What was going on? I down the stretch, I feel like we should have gone the double big lineup. I don't know why we didn't. I appreciate it. I understand people are gonna argue, but Deuce, I get that. But we watched this team give up so many offensive boards down the stretch. So many offensive boards. Dyson Daniels had 13 rebounds today. 13.
You know what's crazy? And I guess we can this is what's really crazy. Where is that? Where's that stat? If NBA.com can actually load. The Knicks have like, it is so strange, man. And I guess this is a good segue just to get into key stats of the night, just so that we can really talk about it. So let's get into this, man. Key stats of the night brought to you by Car Gurus, because rebounding is going to be a big topic. Yep. Knicks lose this one, obviously 109-108. Knicks barely won the rebounding battle. Barely. And I mean 46-45. This should be a matchup where they're dominating, but I'll save my take on that in a bit. Knicks tied with the Hawks for 19 assists. Knicks also tied with the Hawks 10 steals apiece. They lost the block battle 8-5. Knicks somehow barely won the turnover battle 15-16, but it felt like every turnover by the Knicks just felt like it was weighted more, man. Those 15 turnovers they were weighted more than the 16, man. It felt like 30 the way that we were watching this game unfold. 43, they shot 43% while the Hawks shot 45. This is abysmal. Knicks shot 29% from downtown while the Hawks shot 39%. Knicks did shoot 90% from the free throw line while the Hawks shot wow, can't even speak right. Shot 69% from the free throw line. And then when you start looking at the hustle categories, Knicks did win the points in the paint battle 56-40. They won the second chance opportunities 21-17. They would lose the fast break battle 20-15. And look, the key stat that stands out to me, man, is rebounding. Like, even though they barely won, this isn't a matchup where you should be dominating, man. I know Dyson Daniels is a good rebounder. You have Josh Hart, you have Karl-Anthony Towns, you have Mitchell Robinson. You have 3 guys who are just legitimate, just like are at cleaning the glass. And we're narrowly beating these guys in this category. I mean, you can go all the way back to game 1. It was 45-40. Barely beat them by 5 on the glass. Then you go back to game 2. You know, they did out-rebound them 47-36, but that just came down to shot selection. And then tonight, it came down to just giving the Hawks way too many opportunities to keep up with you for second chance points. 45 rebounds to the Knicks 46. That's unacceptable, man. That's unacceptable. And so rebounding to me is next to the turnovers are the 2 biggest things, man, because you got to be able to limit the Hawks' second chance opportunities. And on top of that, you can't be giving them the opportunity to get out and transition off your mistakes. And the Knicks have yet to clean that up this series.
Yeah. Mine was simple. Points in the paint. We won that battle 56-40, but I feel like it's bigger than that. I feel like that is where the Knicks' happy spot should be. We should realize that the interior defense of this Atlanta Hawks does not exist. And I feel like once we figured that out, we went on little runs here and there, but then we went right back to hovering around the perimeter. And as you mentioned, our 3-point percentage was not great. I feel like, we talk about Jordan Clarkson all the time. He's so good at exposing the interior defense of teams like Atlanta. I feel like OG Anunoby, a big part of his big shooting game today, big scoring game, points in the paint. I feel like that is where we should be living. Karl-Anthony Towns, when he was getting opportunities to score, knifing, killing through the interior to get to the line. I feel like that's the biggest key. I feel like if we continue to attack them, continue to force them to play big because they're not the biggest team, I think that's something that we could play to our advantage. We talked about it. Karl-Anthony Towns is the guy that should be going off in this series. He is the number one. Cannot guard him because it starts with playing inside out. I know it's 2026. I know we're trigger happy. I know 3-pointers are what our analytics best friend, right? But in a series like this one, 56-40 in a game where we were trailing the entire time, the entire way, I think that's something that should carry over game in, game out, play inside out, whether it's Towns, whether it's players attacking. That's the biggest key. So the fact that we won that battle, I feel like that's something we should highlight and note that points in the paint should be our number one go-to.
I agree, man. I totally agree with that. So that is Key Stats of the Night, brought to you by Car Gurus. And people, let me tell you why you need to go to Car Gurus, man, to do your car shopping. Because look, buying a car in today's economy, man, that is the biggest decision and costs a lot of money. And so when you do that, you want to make sure that you're confident in knowing that you're making the right choice, whether it's buying the right SUV for your family. Maybe you want to buy a car that's economically affordable fuel-wise, right? Or maybe you're looking for something that's just sleek to your design, man, something sporty. If whatever fits your fancy, man, you just want to make sure that you're going out there and you're buying the right car. And this is why I like Car Guru. They give you something called dealership mode. And through dealership mode, when you're on site, it can help you just make all the decisions that you need. It shows you all the compatible cars in your area. It shows you whether or not you can go get it for a better deal somewhere else, and it can show you the price history too, and showing you like, is it going up, is it going down for cars, for the price of that car, and it gives you a whole idea of whether or not if you should buy the car in front of you right on the spot, or maybe you should go back and go through Car Gurus. That's what's all great about it, man. So Car Gurus really helps when it comes to the car buying process, just for how expensive cars are today, okay? And so with over 4 million listings, Car Gurus has one of the biggest selections out there. So you know you're seeing real options for the right deals, okay? That's why you guys go support Car Gurus. All you got to do is go to cargurus.com. Let them know that KFTV sent you. That's CARGURUS.com. To let them know that KFTV sent you, okay? Make sure to go to Car Gurus, man. You're making the biggest purchase in history, or one of them, I should say. So why not do it right by going to Car Gurus? Shout out to Car Gurus, man. All right, let's get back to... Oh, hold on one second. We got a $50 super chat. Shout out to our guy, Jason Woke, man, for the $50 super chat. He says, time to change the narrative. I believe in the Knicks. Despite this tomfoolery, we got this. Don't give up hope. Show up in ATL, fans. All right. Hey, man. Knicks were in there, man. There were Knicks fans in there heavy. However, the Knicks were making it very hard for us to really take over the arena, man.
Yeah,
really hard to take over the arena.
I'm learning that this team does not give a damn. Knicks were heavy. We're in there heavy in the Garden for game 1 and 2. What we do in game 2? Let them down. We traveled out to Atlanta to go to that game. What did they do? Let them down and let T.I. and Soulja Boy put on performance in front of everybody, bro. I'm so over it, man. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Those are the kind of things we should be taking advantage of. Best fan base in the world. Don't fold. Use it. But I got Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy performed 3 times, Alex. If the circumstances were different, teenage CK would be hyped up, bro. 3 times, man. I watched DC Young Fly dunking in between timeouts, man. I'm over this, bro. We got Knicks fans out there, and they just sitting there with their arms folded because we don't want to play a damn game. I'm so over it, man. All this fans out here wanting this more than them, man. That's what irritates me about this team this year. That cool guy mentality. Like, how do we want him when we ain't on the floor? And they're going to go out there and they're going to do the exact same thing in game 4 and hope that is better this time. Like, come on, man. Ugh. Anyways.
They don't have a mean streak, man. You got to have a mean
At
streak
all.
in this stuff. They do not. They're too nice. They're way too nice, and they're way too polite. Got to have a mean streak. Got to be a little tough, man. And the Hawks are showing that right now in this series. All right, let's get back to the line. We got Soon Reach on the line. Soon Reach, what's happening?
Man, KnicksFanTV, what's going on? Y'all hear me?
Yeah,
Yes,
man.
sir.
The stage is yours. What's happening?
Oh man, it's not looking too good. I don't know where to start, man, but I'm gonna start with Mikhail Duncan Donuts Bridges. He needs to sit down, man. He out here playing like Kevin Knox. 0 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 4 turnovers, -26. It's just no hustle, no effort. Even Josh Hart, who was shooting bad, 1 for 9 with 2 points, had at least 9 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals. At least we have somebody hustling. You need to give Clarkson and McBride more minutes. Let's start McBride, take out Mikal, and can we at least see Mitchell Robinson and Karl Anthony Towns together once? Did they even play
Say it
together
again.
today at all?
Say it again.
Did they even play with each other at all? Mitchell Robinson and Karl Anthony Towns, they need to play with each other, man. We need to play the ones who. I'm ready to play a Kolick at this point, man. I'm ready to play anybody but Mikal Bridges. And honestly, we all know JB is good to give us 20 points a game, 20 or more. But he don't look like himself, man. The way he turned over the ball sometimes, it just look like he's bothered out there. He don't look like himself, man. And pick and roll, please, with Karl Anthony Towns. And I don't ever want to see the Knicks with a starting five without JB or Cat on the court. One of them have to be on the court at all times, man. And I feel like Mike Brown is a during the season coach and Tids is a better playoff coach. If there was some way we could just morph both of them into one coach, we'll be good right now, man. But listen, this is the playoffs. Every game is a must win. Game 2 was a must win. We supposed to be 2-0. Then this loss wouldn't feel so bad because it was like they did what they had to do. But we didn't do what we had to do today. We were supposed to kill their confidence. You know what we did? We gave them more confidence. After game 2, now they got even more confidence. And now we down 1-2 against the Hawks. Man, listen, Mike Brown, count your days, man. Count your days. I got nothing else to say, man. That's it.
Appreciate the call, Soon Reach. Appreciate the. Where are you calling in from, man? What's your name? Where are you calling in from?
Man, I'm calling from the Bronx. Heavy on the Bronx energy right now, man.
Let's go, man. From the BX, repping the BX. I like it.
And if it sounds crazy in my background, I'm in the hallway. I had to leave wifey and the kids in the crib, man. I was about to crash out.
Hey, man, I get it, man.
Valid.
I get
Valid.
it. I get it. Just before I started the show, my son was just crying, so I get it, man. I get it.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate the call. Rate that call in the chat, man. Soon Reach. Five for facts, 1 being trash. Let's not hear thought about Soon Reach's call, man. I thought that was a really good call. I'm giving that man 5. Because look, he's saying that what we all need, he's saying what everybody's saying at this point, man. How can we see it and the coach is not seeing it at this point? And the players.
Yeah, bro.
Bro, how is it that we've been talking about this all season long and we're just like baffling. I'm starting to think about this, man, because when we saw the Brunson Cat pick and roll at the end of the season, I'm like, you know, because the whole talk was like, and I kind of thought about that too. I was like, I kind of agree with it. Hey, maybe you save a little postseason. That way they don't have too much film on it. You go in there. Now I'm starting to think maybe you guys should have been doing this all season long. So that way there's better chemistry.
Yep.
Because now at this point, it looks like we have no chemistry. Maybe y'all needed to start that sooner, man. Instead of doing the whole, oh, we got, like, I get the whole laying the foundation for React and trying. I don't know about you, Coach, but I'm looking at this right now. It doesn't seem like everyone knows from your read and react. So this is looking ugly. Ugly.
Ugly.
But hey, it's not over yet. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. Okay. Be it that teams that come back from being down 2-1, you can come back. You just put yourself at a steeper mountain to climb.
Yeah.
But it's certainly possible. But this is why game 2 and even game 1, man, so frustrating because we knew they hadn't played well. And then when you do the same thing in game 2 and you give up home court advantage, you kind of knew that the Atlanta was going to get at least 1. You knew they were going to get 1. Now they got 2.
Yep. And still got a home game on Saturday.
Right. And to the caller's point, you just gave them more confidence. Now they're going to go into game 4 and be like, oh, man, we're winning this by 1 point. We're beating the better team. We're a young team. And yet again, CK, it's not like I know Jalen Johnson had 24 points tonight. Wasn't really great at the free throw line. And quite honestly, I thought he could have done even more tonight. But even like you're getting to kill Alexander Walker, like we've been holding this entire series. He was 4-12, man.
Bridges was holding no. Continue.
Well,
it's the one compliment he gets, bro. Everybody,
it's the one compliment, but look,
we gonna act like that didn't exist. I'm just saying because
I'm not trying to act like it didn't exist, but he didn't play the second half, and they were still holding him. I'm just saying that too. So 4-12 from the field, like you're holding the most improved, like the candidate could be winning most improved player, like, and you're keeping this within the game. Like at some point, man, you're playing with fire here.
100%.
Playing with fire. I did a show with my guy Bryce, man, who covers the Hawks, and he's like, Alexander Walker is going to be due for an explosive game at some point. And the Knicks are just not seizing the opportunity right now.
Yeah, 100%. Well, if Mike Brown listens to the callers and then Bridges sits for game 4, that might be the game where he gets to go crazy.
Tough, man. Tough watch.
Man, Jonathan Kuminga, bro.
Oh my God.
He's impressing me in the wrong way. Not like I'm like, oh, he's doing good. Not like that.
I am now very aggravated.
Yeah,
now that you brought that name.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Like it's crazy how he just checks right in and just absolutely torches our bench.
Bro, not even like he hasn't even played with the Hawks for like half a season.
Right. And when we played against the Hawks in that final game in the regular season, the final time we saw them, he looked kind of out of place. So it's just like, okay, cool. No. Looks like he's been with them the entire way.
Bro, and he went 9 of 14 from the field tonight, got 21 points off the bench. That man's a monster. He's got putbacks, he got slams. He's not, he's knocking down threes. He's all over the place, getting boards, critical boards, man. I know he only had 4 rebounds, but it felt like every time he got a rebound, it was just backbreaking. It was like, oh my God, can somebody please stop this man for once? For once.
Yeah, man.
Tough, absolutely tough. CP's on the way, people. Don't worry, CP is on the way. He will be joining us momentarily. CP, speaking of which, CP just said he's on the way. He'll be here in the next 10 minutes from when he sent this message. And he's got a lot to say. So don't worry. CP's got a lot to say. Very curious what the captain of KnicksFanTV has to say. But we're going to keep going through the calls, man. We're going to keep going through the calls. All right, Knicksfix. I know there's a lot on your mind, man. Let's hear this.
Alex, CK, what up, fellas?
You already know what's up, man.
Bro, I had to step out the hospital for this, man. Yo, I watched this game just furious from the jump, bro. From the jump. Bro, from the minute the game tipped off, OG shot the ball 9 times. Do you guys know how many shots Cat took at the end of the first quarter?
0.
1.
Oh,
1. He took 1 shot, and it was a grenade. Dude, how can we come out and that's what we drew up? That was what we drew up. Like, let OG go to work. Bro, pound the ball inside to Cat over and over and over again. That's the first thing. The second thing, GTA can't deliver the ball to Cat. He can't. Get Kolek in the game. What else do you have to lose at this point? Kolek can run. He's proven to you that he can do this in big games. He did it in the Christmas game against the Cavs. He did it in the Spurs game for the Cup. Get Kolek in the game. The third point I want to make, man. Why, when Cat went off, brought the game down to 3 points in the third quarter, he pulled him. Mike Brown iced him in the third quarter. He pulled him out.
He does
and then,
that,
bro, he went to a lineup again with JB and Cat out of the lineup, and we're down 8 in the fourth quarter. That's money time, bro. What are you saving these guys for? Dude, let me tell y'all, man. Brown is not the coach. The dude gonna get fired, right? He's gonna get fired. If you just make a simple change, bench McHale, play Deuce, because Deuce can play at the point of attack on CJ. His point of attack defense is what can shut it down. And that's why you saw we close the gap. And the second thing is, man, play Kolek. I've been saying it over and over so we could win the bench minutes. He's better than Alvarado at this point because Alvarado's getting cooked and he's not scoring. And then the bottom line is this: you need to play through Cat. Play the game through Cat, man. If the Knicks lose this series, Mike Brown is fired the next day. Uh,
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
yo, I'm just heated, man, because
I feel you. Look, Knicksfix, I feel you, bro. Look,
Let
as
it out,
soon
bro.
as the clock hit zero, I was ready to vomit after what I watched. All right. My stomach was turning. I was ready to vomit. Swear to God. I was like,
what
I
I'm
really can't believe what I just watched.
Alex CK on the real though. What is Mike Brown doing? Like, I know the dude is a perennial loser, but anyone with a brain can think, let me not put Cat and Brunson on the bench at the same freaking time. Yo, we run it Deuce, McHale, OG, Hart, and like I think it was Mitch out there. Where is the orchestration coming from? Like, like he deserves to get fired, and the team deserves to get McHale. Yo, I am the biggest like supporter for McHale, but yo, like he's got to go to the bench, and if he continues to like snake it up, trade him. But at the bottom line is, you should beat the Hawks. At the end of the day, you should beat the Hawks. Furious game, man, and I blame it on Mike Brown. Stay up, fellas.
Appreciate the call, Knicksfix. Rate that call in the chat, man. Rate
I want
Knicksfix
to back.
call in the
Yeah,
chat.
great call. I want to piggyback. You brought the question after game 2 about the Kolek thing, and I was the only one that fought back a little bit, saying like I want to see Alvarado and see how that works, because we saw Alvarado, but he wasn't playing with Carl. We saw that today. Cat was out there with him, and yeah, I completely agree with you. I completely agree with Knicksfix. It might be time. It might be time to give
Time right now,
Kolek
man.
that time to give Kolek that burn, because like you said, it's not even like Alvarado is doing the thing that he does, which is the pesky defense bit that he does. And, he's not shooting the ball great. Shot it better today than he did in game 2, but it just feels like he is a bit of a non-factor when he does get the minutes. So at the very least, if we can bring somebody in that can make things easier for Karl Anthony Towns in those moments that he does play without Brunson, if Mike Brown decides to give him those kind of moments, I have to say that I'm totally on board now. F experience, F all that other stuff. Kolek just might be the right guy to get that done in that second and fourth quarter, even if it's a 10-minute spurt for the entirety of the game. Yeah, he might be the best option to be able to get Towns rolling, to be able to see the driver and the cutters in Clarkson and maybe even Shamit if he gets those burned. Yeah, I have to say that I see the light now, and I agree.
Yeah, man. I think it's time for Kolek to get in here and start doing some playmaking, man, because that second unit is it's in dire need. And it's dire need, man. I mean, tried Shamit back out there, got benched, rightfully so. He's not even knocking down his threes, man. Since he's returned from injury, like he had that when he came back from injury, that first game, I was like, oh, looks like he hasn't missed a beat. Since then, it's just been a tough watch for him. McBride thankfully got going, but then, as you mentioned, Alvarado, just lackluster, man.
Just regular.
I know he had 4 points, 5 in total, but like it just did, like, we need more than that, man. And you're not setting anybody up. And if you're not gonna be giving the defense, like,
right,
doing what you do, like,
right,
being the guy who got his nickname for GTA because he flies out of nowhere and just gets the steal, like it's tough, man.
Yeah,
absolutely tough. Absolutely tough. So Kolek, at this point, you got nothing else to lose, man. You're down 2-1. You're fighting for your life at this point. Gotta just figure it out. And I'll give Mike Brown that. At least he has not been afraid to change lineups when he sees guys aren't working, man. You gotta be quick to do that. And at least he's been doing that. I will give him that. I will give him that. We got Mike from Michigan on the line. Mike, how's it going?
CK, Alex, appreciate y'all taking the call, man. And so I'll say a few things. A lot's been said. I agree with a lot of what's been said. As it relates to Bridges, I'll just make it quick. Maybe we should do the regular season finale streak extender for him, and he could start the game, and and then we get him out of there in like a minute. Give him the Alfred Payton treatment, because bro's cooked, man. It's just annoying. It's disappointing. If he's gonna show up like that, put somebody else in. But most of my smoke's for Mike Brown. There's been a lot of smoke for him already. people talked earlier about, Jalen and needing to move the ball. I think one of the issues, and this was an issue under Tibbs, is that, when Brown came in, he gaslighted us talking about diversifying the offense, and then we never saw it, bro. Like, like this dude Mike Brown hired Chris Gent, the dude from college. He's the offensive coordinator. You ever seen
Yeah.
a team with the offensive coordinator that calls no plays? Have you ever heard of that ever, bro? Like we don't run any plays ever, dog. I mean, the last play of the game was a perfect example of that. There wasn't even like a scheme in there to get Brunson open. He had to run into the backcourt to try to receive the ball because they almost got a 5-second call trying to get him the ball. We wasted the first half of the clock even getting it to him. They're all set up, and he couldn't get a shot off. I thought he actually made the right play trying to make a pass. Josh wasn't even looking at the ball, and it's Rap City. But then on the final defensive play, I'll just say this. You have a chance to put in your defensive lineup. They don't put Mitch in, which y'all mentioned earlier. That's one thing. The second thing is everybody in the arena knows the ball's going to McCollum. And you know that they're going to go fast because, they're down. They have a timeout. So you don't want to you don't want to run the clock out, to take a shot because if you miss it, you don't get another chance. So you put in, Shamit, McCall, Deuce obviously was in the game, Hart, and I think it was Anunoby. Why don't you put one of the wings that have more length on McCollum to try, because they're going to him. Deuce, yeah, he's good point of attack, but it wasn't a point of attack possession. It was a half court possession. He's trying to penetrate to get to the cup or shoot one of the patented step backs. You put someone with length on him that can maybe disrupt it a little bit. He was just shooting over Deuce and Brunson every time they were on him and he got to a spot, he would just shoot over them. It's like Mike Brown wasn't even watching the game, bro. So what do we even call what do we even scheme for during the timeout? I mean, it's like we all know what's about to happen. And it's like he's just standing there with his hands in his pockets. He don't know what's going on, man. So it's just 2 straight games of just malpractice. It's like the last thing I'll say is that, every game I've watched them under Mike Brown, it feels like it's their first game playing together. It's like they've never seen each other before. It's like they don't understand the advantages they could cause in matchups. I mean, McCall and these dudes went to school together. It's like they just met each other. It doesn't make sense, bro. It's like there's no continuity. And the one thing you can say under Tibbs, I wasn't a proponent of keeping Tibbs or whatever. I'm not gonna make it by him. But the one thing I'd say about a Tibbs team in the playoffs is that they at least look together. They fought. Those couple years when we dealt with injuries and we was playing random lineups, dudes were playing together at the very least. These dudes look like they don't even know each other, bro. And so I don't know, man. It's gut check time. Obviously, they still got a chance to pull it out, but I mean, I don't trust Mike Brown to make the right adjustments, and so therefore, I don't see how we come back from this because a lot of adjustments had to be made. People talking about playing Kolek, it'd be cool to try that, but has Mike Brown made a good adjustment the whole year? I can't remember it. So if we just keep doing the same thing, you play silly games, you win stupid prizes, and so his stupid prize would be a pink slip before he leaves whatever arena we get eliminated in, whether it's in Atlanta or back home. I hope that doesn't happen, but if it does, it's going to be a lot of people on this team that probably aren't here anymore. So appreciate y'all letting me vent, and let's see what happens. It's gut check time.
It's gut check time indeed, Mike. Appreciate the call, man. Appreciate the call.
No doubt.
And I think look, it's one thing to make adjustments during the regular season, which Mike Brown has. It's now all coming to light right now because of how things happen in this series. I'm not going to say that he hasn't during the regular season. He certainly has. I'm sure if we go back, pull up the tape in some of these games and some of these adjustments that he's made, whether it's going to Kolek, switching guys out, benching Bridges at end of game. Like, he has done stuff because you don't win 53 without making some sort of adjustment. I won't take that away from him. However, with that being said, we're watching this playoff series unfold, and shout out to Chris Persianen, who wrote about this, where he talked about Mike Brown may go back to not having Brunson or Towns in one of these lineups to start the quarter. And he did that. He did that in the fourth, man.
Sure
And it's like,
did.
yo, you really doubled down on this. Actually, you tripled down on this. You did that in game 1, you did it in game 2, and now you're doing, and it's just not working. And that like that's an adjustment he's made based on whatever data he's got towards the end of the regular season. But what we've seen through 2 games is that you just can't do that. You cannot put this team in a hole, and especially when they're already in a hole, you're trying to dig it out. This is not a game. Like, I get you're trying to keep guys rested and have them like ready for the next series. But as of right now, you're in a do or die situation in game 3. You are down. There is no managing minutes at this point. This is like, yo, we got to go. Like, we got to go. Like, even when I think back to when it was Brunson's first season on the team. He talked about Mike Brown may go back to not. Like, when I think about him going back to see to Brunson versus the Heat, and Tibbs had him in there for 46 minutes, right? It's like, yo, we got to do what we got to do to get this thing going.
Yep.
You just can't be messing around at this point.
No waiting around.
Yeah, you just can't, man. And Mike Brown is doing that right now. But don't worry, people. We got him back here. We got the captain here with us of KFTV. He's here. CP, how you doing, man?
I'm live.
Oh, you live, man.
Is this
Live and direct.
KFTV post game live? Oh, all right, man. Salute. How we feeling?
Miserable. Miserable, man. I don't know. Come on, you know how it is, man. I'm sure you know.
Hang on. Hello.
Yeah. Can you hear us?
Oh, yeah,
Oh, okay. Yeah, you cut off for a second. All right, let's get to it, man. Salute to everybody in the chat first and foremost, man. Hit the like button, hit the share button, subscribe to the channel. Brutal loss, man. You know, brutal loss. It's been a long day, man. That's why I'm kind of just trying to catch my breath, gather my thoughts. I had to drive back home from the city, but they lost the way that they deserved to lose, which was in a cardiac affair. And in a way that, like I said, this was a well-deserved loss, man. You know, even when they were down by 18 and all of that, I thought they were going to win. I really did. I thought that they were going to end up clawing their way back and ultimately winning. No disrespect to the Hawks. The Hawks have played a great series so far. CJ has been outstanding. Their defense has been outstanding. Jonathan Kuminga was a star off the bench tonight. But I still thought the Knicks were going to claw back and ultimately win this game. But again, I thought they deserved to lose in the way that they did. And it's for a number of reasons. You know, let's break it down. Battle of the Stars. You know, the heads of the snake. Again, give credit to CJ. He was once again great. You know, for his team, delivered in the clutch for his team. And CJ's looking like, you know, the CJ that was running up and down with Dame Lillard, man. He's leading this Hawks team. He's doing a better job at leading this Hawks team than Trae Young ever did. So, you know, give credit to him. He's been fantastic in this entire series. But on the other end, you go to our guy, you know, Captain Clutch Jalen Brunson. And this is without question to me. Yeah, you could look at the stats and say, you know, 26 points, you know, 11 to 23 and all of that. To me, this is the worst series that I've seen him play since he's been a Knick. Mm-hmm. And yeah, you could look at the Pacers series last year. The Pacers series, I kind of attributed it more to attrition more than anything else. But in this one, this is the first round. And his decision-making has been poor. His defense has been atrocious. And the area where he's been vulnerable, where I've worried even before the season started, giving up the offensive rebounds to Dyson Daniels. He gave up a key one late in this game. And so in his entire career, at least me, I can only speak for me, you give him a pass for the porous defense and giving up the boards and all his deficiencies because offensively he's been brilliant. But what I saw in this game, I saw Hawks defense ultimately wear him down. I saw at one point in this game where he's deferring a Deuce on one possession. He gave Deuce a grade. He's just handing out grenades left and right. Josh Hart, here's a grenade. Carl Anthony Towns, he's giving a grenade to Deuce. I'm like, yo, what are you expecting Deuce to do with this with 5 seconds on the shot clock? You expect Deuce to mix it up and cook? So like, you know, the mental fatigue I saw kick in on him. On top of the fact that defensively, he's been their weakest link, as we all know. And then again, you know, giving up those offensive rebounds. So all in all, he's been brutal for this team over the last 2 games. You know, so let's just start there on top of the inability to run simple pick and roll actions with Karl Anthony Towns. We can talk about Towns' inability to free himself, to establish position. You remember that one play late in the fourth where he's trying to fight with Kuminga and like he looked like he hurt his knee or something like that. That was early in the fourth. And then he parked himself in the corner. Like those things, yeah, you can blame Towns, but like we're talking about how are we creating advantages here? And the Hawks have done a great job in really nullifying a lot of the Knicks' strengths and advantages, starting with Jalen Brunson, starting with him, because he's been brutal over these last 2 games. Game 1, you give him a pass. Remember game 1, I almost crashed out because I said I wasn't impressed. And people said, oh, you wildin', take the win. A win is a win. A win is a win doesn't count in the playoffs. When you see the same holes that you've been seeing and you see danger ahead, a win is a win, isn't it? You know, this is the playoffs. Like I said, I don't want to say it wasn't pretty, but it was gritty. So the captain has been brutal. The Hawks have done a great job in negating a lot of the Knicks' strengths. I talked about Brunson. We're not even going to town, so we're giving them that advantage. They're not taking Towns out. We're giving them that, which is ridiculous. And that's on the coach, that's on the point guard, that's on the big man. We are giving them that. And Towns did do what he had to do in his limited action. He did. I'm not going to say that he was the reason for this loss. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying their inability to have him dominating in this. He should be averaging 40 points a game.
Easy.
But, again, we gave them that advantage. The CJ advantage, they've been taking. The Brunson advantage, hey, they've been taking and he's been giving it to him. The Karl advantage, we gave that to him. The rebounding advantage.
Bro.
Man. How about that? We can't dominate the board. So it's like all of the Knicks' strengths are being negated. And this is why you're seeing why the game is going the way it's going. They still have chances because, yes, the Hawks offense has moments, but they're not like this prolific offense. They're not OKC, right? They're not this dominant offense. That's why the Knicks haven't been washed by 20 plus in this entire game, because the Hawks will allow you to get back into the game just based on their own offensive ineptitude at times. But the Knicks let this game get out of hand once again, even to start the game. I'm watching, shout out to our guy Kane. He comes in every playoff, my guy from Australia. I'm watching with Kane and my guy Triple M, Cedro, and everybody. Shout out to everybody that came through to Prentice Alley. And like within the first 2 minutes, you know, they're stumbling and bumbling with the ball. I'm like, yo, what's going on with this? Even in the first 2 minutes, y'all playing timid, loosey-goosey, and scared. I'm like, this is not a good sign. Nevertheless, the Hawks take the first time out 7-4. I'm like, we can't even handle the ball in a clean manner. Because this team a lot of times folds to pressure defense because we don't have quality ball handling across the lineups. This is why Mikal Bridges got parked on the bench, despite playing good defense on Nickeil Alexander-Walker. When the pressure turns up, these guys have a tendency to fold. Yes, they will climb back, but in the midst of it, they have a tendency to fold, man. It's the same thing. Pressure defense, athleticism, the Knicks' Achilles heel. That is when they get into trouble. And it's now in the first round of the playoffs. Same thing last year with Detroit.
Yeah. Yep.
This is why, man, game 1 wasn't impressive and game 2 was an embarrassment. So now you lose game 3 and your back's against the wall a little bit. Is it over? Absolutely not. Still a winnable series, but you put yourself behind the 8 ball with more pressure piling on. Speaking of piling on, we're going to pile on the coach now.
Do it.
Right? We went to the point guard. They said, CB, you don't criticize the point guard enough. I called him out in game 2 for the hero ball. I called him out in game 3 because he's been terrible this series. The coach, when a lot of people say, what do you think about Mike Brown? What do you think about Mike Brown? What's my answer always been? We'll see in the playoffs. We're seeing in the playoffs that this guy is clueless. Absolutely clueless. From the botch lineups in game 2 to now, you got Big Country only playing 11 minutes. One of your best players in the top 9 is only playing 11 minutes in this series when you're getting dog walked on the boards. Your defense is giving up opportunities. Insane and inexplicable. Inexcusable. That's just one thing. That is just one thing. I could not believe what I was watching on that final defensive sequence when they called the timeout. It was the Hawks called the timeout. And we're all sitting there. We're all at the table now. We're all like, okay, what is he? Who's he gonna bring out there? Now's the time. Maybe it's Sohan. Maybe it's Mo. Maybe it's Wing stopping a big. This guy comes out with the smallest lineup you can come out with, sans Jalen Brunson. How do you, Mike Brown, how do you, Rick, how do you, Brendan O'Connor, look at that lineup and say, this on the clipboard is what we're going to go with? All year, the whole tenure of this team has been, they've been undersized defensively. Undersized. So you sit Brunson and you leave Deuce out there against CJ McCollum, who's been shooting over the Knicks every game for the first 3 games of the season, for the series. That was the dumbest thing I've ever seen. How do you have your best defender, all defense, and OG Anunoby getting parked on Onyeka Okongwu, who you know is not taking that shot unless you're going to have a scramble, broken up play? It's going to CJ. You know it's going to CJ. So how do you not have either OG or even Mikal Bridges guarding him? That was the dumbest thing I had ever seen to try to win this game. That's why I say they deserve to lose the game. Because between the point guard's ineptitude and the coach's ineptitude, they sank 2 straight games for this team. Where's Mitch? All you had to do was, you have Mitch on Okongwu, you got OG on McCollum, you put McCall out there, you put Josh out there, and you could put what? You had Sohan, you had Diawara, you had all this on the bench, and you come out there with Deuce on McCollum. And Deuce played like he played. He gave the Knicks grit. He gave it to them. That was a good lineup. Deuce gave him the grit. Deuce finally bounced back. He mustered it up. But that's not a good matchup. CJ has been water. He's been automatic in this series over a lot of guys. How do you not sick the dog on him? And the dog had a great game too. He manned up. He gave him grit. Tough shots. But how do you finish with Deuce? That's what you ride. That's what you're going out in your shield with Deuce guard and CJ McCollum to shoot right over him with the easiest shot of all time. So, this is the time during money time. Now is the time when I want to see what Mike Brown is about. And right now, it's about a whole lot of nothing. It's terrible, bro. How? We've been looking for wings. We've been looking for... Now, that was your time to put out your NASCAR of wings and Mitch to solidify a rebound, and you let them literally walk into the easiest offensive bucket of the game. I don't, and I'm looking for the soundbite. Did anybody on the beat ask him that? What the hell were you thinking with that defensive sequence? The absolute dumbest thing I've ever seen. You leave Big Country on the bench. You got OG parked on a guy who's not going to shoot it. Right. And then look, the final sequence in the offense, Captain threw it away. And nobody wants to get called Anthony Towns. Like, bro, the self-inflicted wounds. The way that this team likes to make it difficult to win games. This is why you have the result that you have, and that's why I say they deserve to lose the way that they did. Give credit to the Hawks. This was their night tonight. They got it tonight. They deserved it. It's that simple. It's that simple, bro. Yeah, some of Spike Bro in the chat. I heard it. Stan Van Gundy was like, what the hell? Stan was almost like beside himself as a coach. He's like, what is this? The Knicks are going small. Can't make it up, bro. You just can't make it up.
That's how you know things are sideways when you're agreeing with Stan Van Gundy on.
Right, man. Oh my
That's how you
God.
know things are going sideways. And get 2 attempts today for Karl-Anthony Towns in the fourth quarter. 2.
At least he upgraded.
Insane.
Man.
It's absolutely insane, man. Yeah, absolutely insane. You know,
I'm shocked he didn't play all 12 minutes in the fourth quarter. I don't even know why, because even when he was cooking, I said I'll give Mike Brown even a little bit of like leeway for this. Maybe you want to give him a little bit more rest so that way he can start the fourth quarter.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
You don't even start the fourth quarter with him.
No.
I can't even give you that. Now it's just dumb. Now you just took a guy off a heater, and now you're just going back to the. We're not going to get any touches.
Having to go back to him in the third.
He's been doing that all season. That's one thing I never understood. Every time somebody finds their shot, takes them right out. Especially in this series when we need Karl-Anthony Towns to get his shot together, and he did great in that third quarter. Take him out. I that's one thing I never understood about him. He just overcorrects, or he's like trying to outdo himself, and it ends up not working in our favor every single time. Not a fan.
They like I said, man, self-inflicted, man, self-inflicted wounds. You know,
100%.
Self-inflicted wounds, and he doubled down on his pregame comment. He doubled down on this pregame comment about like the Mitch and Towns lineup not being impactful.
He did that for like a spurt because OG got into foul, and then it was like, all right, I guess never again.
He barely played him the entire series, and he doubled down on that by playing Mitch 11 minutes.
Yeah. We saved him all season for this.
Man,
kept him off the back-to-backs. Kept him off back-to-backs. Sat him on games just so he can, in a big pivotal game where we try not to go down in the series, he plays 11 minutes. Sure. Got it. Understood.
So, yeah, you know, back to work on Saturday, man. I'll be down there. Make sure we get the dub.
Please.
Or leave Mike Brown in Atlanta. See either way. See either one, man. We'll be all right, though.
I don't know, man. The way he's coaching right now, even if you get out in the first round, I'm not. Depending on this series, how this series goes, man, he's coaching himself out of another head coaching job.
That defensive lineup, I mean, nonsense isn't the word.
I mean, bro, to start even the fourth quarter with no Cat or Brunson again when you're down.
Yeah, but the thing is that he because he was so desperate, he played him damn near the entire third. He played him damn near the entire third, bro. Somebody had to come out at some point.
Played Brunson in the third quarter, all 12 minutes. Towns played 9:33.
9, right. Somebody had to come out. You know, they got desperate, man. He literally got desperate. He threw all the cards on the table. He got desperate in game 3. You know, backup point guard situation. Yeah, I guess, yeah, you know, you could try Kolek. You can. Alvarado's.
You got to lose at this point, CP.
You got nothing to lose, but it's like, bro, like.
Alvarado's not giving you anything.
That's small potatoes right now, man. Cap got to get right. And he's got to make his team better. and he's not doing that.
100%.
You know, I'm not worried about the 10 minutes of Kolick. Cap got to get right. And even with the starters, the transition defense got cooked again. That was an underrated aspect of this game. Their transition defense. They gave up a ton of threes in transition again. A ton. Even again, Stan Van Gundy calling it out. One of them was like, "Yo, like, off the tip, the jump ball later in the game. That wasn't transition, but again, like off a jump ball, where like he said, you know you're gonna lose that between Deuce and who was it? It was Deuce and Dyson Daniels.
Yeah,
he's like, you know you're gonna lose that, and they gave up a bucket in 2 seconds. And it's just like, bro, come on, man, like. Yeah, tighten up. And again, you know, give credit to Kuminga. I was wondering, like, he was a wild card for me. I was wondering, like, what is the athleticism and would he himself impose his will in this game because he had the opportunity to. Now, game 1, he wasn't anything. Game 2, he started getting a little bit more comfortable, and game 3, he took off. That's the problem.
Yeah, I mean, dude, he's been just throwing his weight around too, pushing
Throwing
Cat
his
out
weight
of
around.
the paint. You know, he's getting the mismatches when he sees Quarks on him. Whoever he sees, he's willing to attack the basket. Like, there's no answer for him either. There's just none.
Yeah.
We only have so many OGs on this team.
Yeah. Shout out to the dog, man. He hit 2 crazy threes tonight.
Man,
Crazy threes.
grenades,
Pride, man.
grenades.
The dog and Deuce kept him in it because, like I said, it took me back to that Eastern Conference Finals when I seen Cap and Jalen Brunson like mentally deflated. And I'm like, bro, this is game 3 of the first round. What's going on here, man? Like, you got to pick it up. What are you doing? This is game 3. I don't know. And they're like, you know, he's scoring, he hits the deck. And a couple times, I'm like, get back, get up and get back, man. Hustle, dude. This is game 3. He's doing the same thing like Karl-Anthony Towns. Like they lay up, they hit the stanchion, and all of a sudden it's 5-on-4.
Atlanta looks for that too. They look for it every time. The minute they see him on the floor, they're quick to inbound, bro. Yeah,
out of there. Indy 500. I said, oh, God.
Yep.
I said, it's brutal. It's brutal. Again, winnable game, winnable series. But can't keep leaning on they can do it. They got to do it. And tighten up. Some of the turnovers the Hawks took, but again, some of the turnovers, like simple entry passes.
Yeah.
You see your guys getting smothered, and you're like, hey, here's a hot potato. What are you doing? What do you think is going to happen?
Even at the top of the key, man. I forget who it was. They're trying to get an entry pass at the top of the key, not even close enough to the nail. And I'm like, what type of pass? It was like low, you allowed, like, I forget if it was like Minga or whoever. Maybe it was, no, I was like, whoa, what
top
pass are we making, man?
I mean, so lazy with the passes, man. Like, you just, this is a postseason, man. What's going on here?
I said it earlier in the show, and Mike from Michigan also said the same thing, man. This team just does not look connected on offense. And that was my biggest fear. Like, the defense turned around at the beginning of the year, but the offense took a drop from like 3 to 7. And it's like, when you just watch them, it's like the offense is doing well, but not in the manner that it should be. It's not the guys are moving off ball, guys are cutting to the basket. Everything's just so much tougher than it needs to be. And we have even seen Cat be utilized as a hub from the top of the key or the high post, man, as we saw him in the first game of the series. It's just demoralizing stuff, man, just to watch that, because this team has so much talent. And you're getting outworked by the Hawks. You're getting outworked.
Hey, bro, like, the whole hub thing. I mean, you could literally just give it to the Cat anywhere, and he could just take any one of these guys off the dribble and dunk on him.
Dude, and he did that.
Just give him the ball.
We saw it. We saw it.
He did that.
Yeah.
Just give him the ball, man. Just give him the ball. So yeah. But this coach is a bonehead. And Yeah. I can't believe I got to call Tibbs tonight, man. See what he's thinking, man. See how he's doing. I'll call him up. And see what's going on, man.
See if he's about to be like, baby, come back.
I gotta call Tibbs. Wherever he is in the world, I gotta call him.
Oh, he's smiling right now. You know that he's smiling right now. That man's smiling. He's like, I would never be down. First round.
I can't believe the lineup this guy trotted out there for that defense.
Multiple times.
They gotta stop. Look, Deuce, look, it's not a Deuce thing. It's not a Deuce thing to say he's been playing bad. It's the height.
Yeah.
Between Deuce, Brunson, Hart, they get shot over. This has been a repeat problem. This is not a new thing with the Knicks. Right. It's not a new thing. It's basketball. And hopefully they have to figure out the adjustment with CJ starting in game 4. Maybe you start with OG on him. And then you try to keep Brunson on Dyson Daniels.
Right.
Because they're just giving this guy way too much rhythm right now. And he's killing him. Now, they did put 2 on the ball situations, and it worked. It slowed him down. It disrupted his flow, disrupted his rhythm. Sometimes they produce turnovers. So maybe they do some more of that. But just leaving JB on an island against CJ, he's getting killed. He was averaging 29 points in the series so far. Coming into game 3, he dropped, 23 tonight? 23? He dropped 23 tonight. Mm-hmm. Well, when they put Josh Hart on him, Josh was a little bit more impactful.
Yeah, he got Josh on like a couple of shots, but I thought Josh did a very good job. I like that. I actually like that adjustment. I was like, oh, thank God we're slowing CJ down because he was just getting anywhere and everywhere in the first half.
Yeah.
But then next thing you know, it's like they just figured out other ways, man. Are you even giving Mo Diawara a shot in this one? Just to put out wingspan at this point.
Man, I've been saying that for a while. I don't care about the experience and stuff like that. We need the height. We need the wingspan. It's not like we're playing him 30, 20 minutes. Like he can play that 10-minute spot, that 8-minute spot. But yeah, I don't understand why we don't utilize the little height we got. I just don't get it.
Not using the height, man.
I don't get it, man.
Not using the height. So, maybe you put Josh on CJ, you put OG on but you put Josh and CJ full time. You put OG on Jalen Johnson. Who was guarding Nikhil during those times? Was it Deuce? It was probably Deuce, right? Deuce.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So maybe that's the way going forward. Shout out to 3,200 people in the chat, man. Number one show for the fans by the fans. If you guys are new in the chat, type in #new. We'll shout you guys out. Shout out to everybody that pulled up to Printers Alley tonight. Watch party was lit. We'll be back Saturday at Printers Alley for Game 4. And you guys already know Saturday in Atlanta. We'll be down in Atlanta for the Knicks fan takeover Hudson Grill Game 4, 120 Marietta Street Northwest. Got some special guests pulling up. And the team sent me an autograph. Speaking of Karl Anthony Towns, we got an autographed Karl Anthony Towns authentic jersey to give away to the pregame meetup. Nice. So everybody that's coming down to Printers Alley will have a chance to win an authentic autographed Karl Anthony Towns jersey, courtesy of the New York Knicks. So shout out to the Knicks for supporting the wave. But shout out to the team for supporting their playoff chances. No shout out to the team. It was played absolutely bummy. Crazy. Somebody said, oh, you're not addressing Mikal. But Mikal stunk it up. He got benched, rightfully so. I mean, what more do you say? They still had a chance to win. Still had a chance to win. Deuce played great in his absence, Deuce and OG. But, those guys play with aggression. They play with aggression. They play with a certainty. You live with some of the flaws because they play with an edge. Mikal's defense has been good, though, but, night like tonight when Brunson's in trouble, he needs guys to step up. OG stepped up, man. The dog stepped up. That corner three was legendary. And even that elbow three, man, OG stepped up in a major way. How much he finished with? How much did dog finish with tonight? Finished with
29.
29.
29.
We couldn't get a win for OG dropping 29 tonight.
Wasted a
efficient 29.
nice OG performance.
That's what I said. That's literally what I said.
And even Deuce broke out of his slump for 5 for 10. So, you know.
Yeah.
Goose egg Bridges.
Goose egg.
More turnovers than points, more turnovers than field goal attempts, more turnovers than 3-point attempts, more turnovers than free throw attempts. It was 0. Brutal. Team shoots 29% from 3. Hawks conversely 39% from 3. You know. But that's the thing with this team is they are heavily reliant on the 3.
Against a team that has no interior defense. So make that make sense.
Make it make sense. So, all right, let's get to the people, man. See what the people got to say. Anybody in team #new? Did I miss anybody? Okay. How are we looking on the super chats, Al? Are we up to speed or?
Got through some of them. People
Okay.
have just been donating. So let's see. If we want to go there, last we left off, I'll roll up. Right. Last where we left. Holy cow! You all just keep. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right. Shout out to Kid Anime.
Kid
for the super chat. Appreciate it. West.com with the $5 super chat said Macau's so afraid of contact. That's why he got that Iron Man streak. Never want to go to the hole. Cat would have won us the game for sure.
Yeah, certainly would. Then we get Jason Woke super chat, $50 super chat.
Yes, sir. We got Jason.
Shout out, guy Jason Woke. How about Roxy Biz? $10 super chat.
Which one's that one?
Roxy Biz, $10 super chat says, was this another fourth quarter where Cat doesn't touch the ball for like 6 minutes, even if we come back and win this series? The summer of Giannis is upon us.
There you go.
Here we go.
I don't even want to talk about that.
How
about my 2 cents?
No, I ain't got my 2 cents.
Yeah, my 2 cents, $10 super chat says, Browns got me stressed out. I'll be somewhere over the Pacific for game 5. If we lose, just know there's going to be very concerned flight attendant checking on a grown man adult losing me at 35,000 feet. Hang in there, man. Shout out to Kelvin. At Arzu, $20 super chat says, maybe you should try to get Steve Kerr here again. Shout out to Kelvin. Don't want any parts of him either. K Marco, $20 super chat says, Knicks need to do some soul search, and Mike Brown is not the guy to lead us anywhere. He's folding in real time. He is. And K Marco's got his hat in the Steve Kerr ring. If Steve Kerr becomes available, I grab him today. JB looks out of it too. Still have faith, but damn. Okay. So there's two people for Steve Kerr. Shout out to Sun Doggy. Shout out to Sun Dog, man. Sonny, what's good? $20 Super Chat franchise channel member says, all the frustration and inconsistency we saw all season is just showing up now. We felt this and thought they would figure it out. If we aren't, it's the same as last year. Shout out to Sun Doggy, man. Salute, man. Del Will, $10 Super Chat says, the Knicks got in the bonus so fast that Mike Brown was scared of a hacker Mitch in the third, which threw off the rotation. Yeah, I mean, you can say that, but, you know, like I said, that final possession situational, that it just made no sense. You parked your best defender on a guy that was just a spectator. Makes no sense. Makes no sense. I don't know, that whole thing, I can't, you know, I might have a nightmare tonight thinking about that, how stupid that was. So... did we get to, on the phones, did we get to Soup? Did we get to Soup?
Nope, not yet.
Hey guys.
How are
How's
you?
it going? Listen,
Tired. What's good?
Yeah, I had a call in tonight about Mike Brown, man. Like, I'm watching a coach, I don't know if I've ever seen this, just choke in real time with, like, his decision making. Like, Schwinny had this on Twitter. Like, he ran a lineup out there to start the fourth quarter. They hadn't played a minute together the entire season. and this is a playoff game, and he's running them out there.
He got desperate, man, in game 3.
Yeah.
Desperate.
And CK said something earlier about how some of these substitution patterns he's done. I feel like every time the Knicks go on a run, they'll go on a 9-0 run. The coach of the other team will call a timeout. Out of the timeout, we'll have 3 new players in the game. It's like we kill our own momentum throughout the course of the game. Yeah. Listen, at the end of the day, with Mike Brown, he was brought in here, from what I remember, to unlock Cat, to make Jalen Brunson's life easier, to have him off ball. This was all the talk before the course of the season. Have him off ball, make his life easier, unlock Cat, make the entire roster, get the most out of the entire roster. And I feel like it's the absolute opposite of everything. We're getting the worst performance out of Cat. It feels like Jalen Brunson has to work harder and harder to get a quality shot. And we get zip out of Mikal Bridges now. He's non-existent. So
yeah, I wouldn't say you get a worse performance out of Cat. He's just not. He's been very efficient. He's doing his job. He's working very hard. Cat's working very hard. They're just not making it.
Not giving him the ball. Yeah,
they're not giving him the goddamn ball, which is ridiculous.
Not giving him the ball. And listen, and all I heard was he was a collaborator. He's supposed to be great on collaboration. So hopefully somebody at the front office is collaborating with him tonight and telling him not to run any more of these crazy lineups out here.
Well, anybody that was collaborating on that final defensive play, they weren't thinking, because that was the dumbest thing I'd ever seen, literally. Yeah. Literally. So appreciate the call, man. Appreciate the call. Yeah, we got a lot of callers, man. Rapid fire, everybody, please, man. It's late. The rapid fire. Will from LI. Will.
Hey, what's going on, CP, Alex?
Good,
and
how are you?
Yeah, what's up, guys? I'm good, man. As you guys know, I'll keep it rapid fire. As you guys know, I am in the A. I had a whole. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm in Atlanta. I was in the A. I was there at game 3. I had a whole Knicks fit on, CP, and let me tell you, everybody and their grandmama lit me up walking back to my car. Oh my! The Hawks have like this stupid bird cry thing, right? They sound like, I don't know, the worst Hawk sound you could even think of. For everybody and their mama, and you know what? I deserved it. We deserved that as a fan base, because just like you said, CP, when I was in that building and we were up and we had to do that defensive play, the fact that we had, again, I'm not gonna put all the blame on Jalen Brunson. Yes, there was a lot of ISO ball, but like I think like in the playoffs, too many people worry about shooting percentage, because at the end of the day, you want the ball in the hand with the guy that's gonna take you home. That being said, what that defensive play, the fact that we kept him in the game, I was just like, this coach is playing around. This coach is playing. I don't know what he's on. He needs to get some of that smelly salt. I don't know. It was too much, man. I'm gonna just leave it to the rest of you guys. Next game is a must win. Take care, y'all. Take care.
Be safe out there, man.
Yes, sir. Coming back tomorrow. Take care.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, please. It's 12 o'clock in Atlanta, man. They'll be out there, fooling around, especially Nick here. Shout out to Will from LI. All right, rapid fire, man. One take past the mic. Grabba, you up next. Go ahead, Grabba. One take past the mic.
I'm in the spot.
Yep.
So that's the only thing I gotta say. Karl-Anthony Towns is clearly by far the best player in the series. I don't even think it's close. On both sides of the ball, he's just been dominant. I don't understand how Jalen can't get the ball in his hand. Jalen needs to get in his head that this is not the series for you. It's okay. You done took us to, a lot of places, promised land a couple times, like in different series. This is not the series for you, bro. Let Cat establish what he got to establish. He should be averaging 30, 40 points in this series. Nobody can literally guard him.
How about the late sequence? He got Alexander Walker switched out on him. And I'm yelling at the screen like, bro, yo.
And the thing is, they're running flare screens, double flare screens to get Jalen always to the side. He's supposed to swing it to whoever is up top of the key, and they're supposed to establish the pass into Cat, into the post. And it's like he gets all the way on the right side, and he doesn't even look that way to pass the ball. I don't understand. Like you're the point guard, bro. Like you're the captain. You're supposed to right the ship. Like it don't have to start and end with you every time, bro. Like it doesn't. Like I know I'm leading the Cat Hive, and I got my bias whatever, but bro, it's clear as day. Like nobody could guard him. Nobody could do anything with. He's stronger than everybody. He has 17 rebounds just because he's bigger and stronger than everybody. Give him the ball, let him get into the paint, get out the way. Like it don't gotta be Jalen, come like save us. Like it don't gotta be all that, bro. Mike Brown, you're an idiot. You out of here at the end of this season. I don't care. I don't know why the hell. You see when I'm gonna say this last thing. You see when at the end of the game and they were trying to get Jalen the ball and everybody's selling their soul to make sure they attach him. Why don't we do the same thing with CJ? You let them inbound the ball to CJ cleanly and just rise up over Deuce. And why is Deuce guarding him? Why is OG not guarding him? Why is Mitch not on the floor, man? I'm out, man. They tripping, man. I'm out, man.
Crazy. All right, Grabba on the Discord. Salute to you. Let's get to Ari. Rapid fire, man. One take past the mic, man.
Yo, it's good, man. You guys hear me?
Yep. Loud and clear.
Yeah, I'm very upset, man. I'm very disappointed in the team. I didn't think we were going to win a championship this year, but I thought we would show some pride. And, we're getting washed by a team that has $50 million in cap space next year. That's in year 0 of a rebuild. That has all their picks. I don't know why you're capping for Mikal Bridges and deflecting for his defense when he had 0 points and he is a minus 26 in a 1-point game. The dude was a minus 26 in a 1-point game. I grokked it. The odds are 1 out of 10,000. We traded 5 picks for this guy. He is a minus 26 in a 1-point game. He lost by 1. He scored 0 points. And you're talking about his defense, CP. I'm sorry, bro. I got to call you out on it. He's the reason why.
What is it a call out? All right, so trade him. It's a playoffs. Trade him.
He's the reason.
Cry about the guy. The guy got benched, rightfully so. They have guys to go out there and win the game.
Listen, I'm not gonna blame. As bad as Mike Brown has been, there's not a coach, Spoelstra, Phil Jackson, Pat Riley, that will make this team a championship team, because Mikal Bridges sucks. No one could dribble the ball besides one player on our team. We have one player who could dribble the ball. He's getting a lot of slings and arrows, rightfully so, but nobody helps him. Nobody helps him. And Karl-Anthony Towns, as good as he is, does not get position on guys that are smarter than him in places where he can succeed often enough. He deserves some fault too. So we're going to blame Brunson. We're going to blame Mike Brown. It is Leon Rose's fault that he traded 5 picks for a bum, okay? It is Leon Rose's fault why he only has one player on this team who could create any offense. It is Leon Rose's fault that he hired Mike Brown without having the coach in place to replace Tom Thibodeau. And it is Leon Rose's fault that he paid all these guys all this money. So Leon Rose is not going to be here in 2031 when that unprotected pick ends up being a top 5 pick and we're in year 2 of another rebuild because we don't win a championship. But we have to suffer as a fan base. And I would have more energy, but I'm very, very upset right now. I don't know why we put ourselves through this as a Knicks fan. I don't even care if we win the series. I don't know why we put ourselves through this as a Knicks fan, man. I'm very upset, man. But thank you for the time, bro.
Ari on the Discord, rate the chat. My whole point is this. There's several reasons for this loss tonight. The guy stunk up the joint, and he rightfully so got benched. He got benched. He was not involved when this game was winnable. When the game was winnable, the coach had decisions he could make to win the game. The point guard had a lot of decisions that he could have made to win the game. Deuce came in, he did his job. OG did his job. A lot of things went right for them when they benched Mikal Bridges. So it's not cap. It is what it is. He sucked tonight, and he got rightfully so benched. I'm not going to relitigate the trade. This is the playoffs. I don't care about Giannis. I don't care about the picks right now. I'm in the game right now. Yes, he could have done a lot better earlier in the game, offensively, absolutely. But you're acting like the guy was averaging like 20 points in the first 2 games. He's been average offensively. He's been good defensively. He got benched because he stunk up the joint and was turning the ball over. The coach made the right decision. Other guys stepped up in his absence. It was still a winnable game. That's my point. That is my point.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
It's not about this game, man. It's about winning a championship. And it's like, if you're struggling against a team that just blew it up, that traded Trae Young, that has all their picks and all this cap space, and the average age on the team is 23 years old. It's like, this shouldn't even be a contest. You said it yourself, and we talked. It should be Knicks in 4, Knicks in
Yeah, they
5.
shouldn't swept these dudes.
Right, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. It's like it's not about this game. Like we're gonna like you and me are gonna be here complaining about this team in 2031. Right? It's like Leon Rose not gonna be here. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm devastated, bro. This is supposed to be the year, man. No Halliburton. Tatum is barely back, right? Like they lost, like the East is wide open. And it's just like this is insane. It's like this is being a Knicks fan, man. I'm so upset, bro. I'm not gonna lie. We have to have higher standards for the team, man. And it's just like Leon Rose fumbled the ball, and we have to keep it a spade, man.
Ari on the Discord. Shout out to my guy, Eugene, $50 super chat. Says, wow, that last defense possession was unbelievable. Why put Deuce on CJ when you watch CJ shoot over Deuce all game in the half? Court. Unbelievable. Cat isn't dominating this game. SMH. Shout out to Eugene. Shout out to the Bay Area. Salute. Who else? We got mad super chats in there. Shout out $10 super chat. One Hood Movement says McCall has to be benched. Clarkson needs more minutes. What do you guys think about that?
No comment.
Okay. Thank you.
I can't say anything because it doesn't matter. The chat's going to have their opinion.
Thank you. All right. Who's this? Young Cash in the chat. CP talk about the problem. Brunson had 4 assists. Did Young Cash listen to anything that I said?
No.
Yeah, I
No.
think he must be a youngster, man. I don't think these youngsters, their listening skills are not too good, man. Their
They don't
attention
do it.
span is all over the place.
100%.
They tweaking,
not
that's
not
the
there.
scroll generation. They're just scrolling from one app to another, power scrolling. Did the young man listen to anything I said for the last 30 minutes?
No, they didn't hear anything.
This is the problem. I talk and I talk and I talk. And then you got people that come in after the video in the comments like, bro, you didn't talk about this. I'm like, bro, do you guys listen? Listening, it is a critical skill for survival in life. To all my young whippersnappers out there, you got to learn to listen. I tell my son this every day. You got to learn to listen. I was told this as a young whippersnapper, and it's true. You got to learn to listen. Al, you laughing? You gonna be saying that? Yes, son, when he's ready. CK know the deal. You got to learn to listen critically.
Mm-hmm.
And decipher
not just what you want to hear.
Process, listen and process. Slow down, listen and process.
Right, bro. They hear what they want to hear, man. And if they don't hear what they don't want to hear, then everything you said was just want. Look.
Yeah.
Until we say trade Mikal Bridges right now, they ain't hearing nothing else, bro.
Yeah.
So I don't bother, bro.
It's a good book. The 7 Habits of Highly what's the book called? Robert Covey. 7 Habits of Highly Successful People. Something like that. Listen to understand, not to respond.
7 Habits of Highly Effective People.
There you go, Alex.
No.
Good book. I got the book right here. 7. You got the book, right, Al?
Yep.
You got to listen to understand and not to respond. That was the most powerful point of the book. Listen to understand and not to respond.
Bar. I like that.
It's a bar.
I like that.
Gets you far in life.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go back to the super chat, shall we? Daniel Bolsa-Jaw, $10 super chat, says so much to say Brown is coaching not to lose, and he's failing. Also, after being in the building tonight, I can genuinely say JB does not like to play with Cat. Brunson was visibly upset with Cat often. Yeah. Did you guys see that part where I talked about the part where Brunson handed Deuce a grenade? But when Deuce started that possession, he was calling for Cat. Man, I think he might have been calling for a screen.
Yeah.
And Cat didn't come. And Deuce was like visibly pissed. What was up with that? What was up with that?
Yeah.
What was up with that, man?
What was it? You had Brunson calling for Cat. Cat was calling for Deuce. And it was like, that's what I'm saying, man. This offense is just disjointed. No one is like looking. It's like no one has any idea what's going on the court, which is crazy.
Crazy.
that goes to the head coach.
Yeah,
that goes to the head coach. How are your guys not prepared enough while they're on the court together and they have no idea what they should run?
Yeah,
no idea.
Back to supers. Shout out to Eugene. I got Del Will. Knicks got in the bonus. Yep, got that. Shout out to Del Will. So there, KP Ghost says, watch my own with my own 2 eyes. Cat, when they kill Alexander Walker in the post, all Brunson had to do was throw the ball to OG, and OG throw to Cat. JB looks OG in the face and then went the other side of the court. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, I could not believe that. But even there was also a possession where Cat tried to like post up Alexander Walker, and like that didn't work either. I'm like, what is happening, man? This is just
self-inflicted wounds, man. Self-inflicted wounds. Shout out to Signature Rel, $10 super chat says having Shamet on defense last play was a bad move, and having Hard on offense on last play was a terrible move. Gave ATL the ability to double and not a shooter out there. Yeah, I forgot. He did put Hard out there. He did put Hard out there for that final offensive possession. Like, bro, I totally forgot that. Because Brunson was trying to get it to Hart.
Yeah.
What was Hart even doing out there?
I don't know, bro.
Bro, it looked like I don't even know what was drawn up because Brunson was trying to attack baseline, then gets caught in like triple team, and then tries to get a bounce pass to Hart.
I'll tell you what wasn't drawn up. Yeah, no, it was not. I guarantee you that. There's no way that you can convince me that whatever they tried to do was drawn up. There's no way.
Can you imagine Mike Brown on the mic? What we tried, we wanted to see that the Hart could get the lay-in at the end. Can you imagine?
Brutal. $5 super chat from there. KP go. Al, let me know. Just make sure I'm not like duplicating super chats. $5 super chat there. KP Co says, and my super self thought going into the game was a good idea tonight. Got me in the arena fighting for my life. This team is so unserious, bro. Yeah, listen, man. Hawk fans, they're good trash talkers, man.
Where I left off was at JFK the God with the $10 super chat.
Okay, shout out to Soup. $5 super chat says, I don't know if I've ever seen a coach choke like I'm seeing Mike Brown choke. Shout out to Say Quizzy, $5 super chat says, fake championship team getting exposed by the Hawks with a 35-year-old CJ in the first round. Knicks playing with their food like they won something. D's Vintage, long time, $5 super chat says, same trash, small starting lineup from last year that didn't work. PJ Dolan, 5581, $5 super chat says, I'm 26, the Knicks are going to trade for Giannis, and he's going to tear his Achilles in November, and I'll have grandkids the next time we're relevant. Hang in there, man. Hang in there.
Is that guy a Mets fan?
Yeah, he probably is a Mets fan. Nicholas Anthony, 8867, $5 super chat says, Jalen Brunson's story was a good underdog story, but it's over. Everyone is right about him. He can't lead us to a chip. Big Fig, 95, $5 super chat says, Mike Brown said post-game they got what they wanted on that last play, too.
Oh, God.
Compare our last set to the Hawks.
Isn't that what I told you? I said that was going to be something. I told you that was going to be something he said.
You called that. You sure did. You sure did.
No, I completely forgot he had Hart out there, and that was another stupid thing that he did.
Man, there's just too much going on throughout the game to recall, even to take notes. Oh, I'm like, holy cow.
Yeah, this coach, man. $5 super chat. Frank Nitty, too gritty. Since I've been saying all this on Twitter, give Tyler and Mo some minutes. They'll produce and make a change. I look across the league, and young guys matter. Go New York.
Oh, man.
Salute. What up?
Wolves just beat the Nuggets 113-96.
Yeah, they were smacking them. I had to go on the back.
Okay, so what? So what's 2-1?
2-1 Wolves.
Okay. Ari says Macau is minus 26 in a 1-point loss. John Jets fan, $5 super chat says, we lose to the Hawks. Brown got to go. A lot of this is on the coaching, and this team does not play with urgency for 4 quarters. Good super. Yeah, I agree with that. J. Bree Wilson, 8961. You still got 3,000 people in here. Something tells me that maybe 2,000 are from Atlanta.
Imagine, bro. Yeah.
I think we got 2,000 Atlanta fans and all franchise channel members in the chat. Everybody, throw your team in the chat. Are you a Knicks fan or a Hawks fan in the chat? Throw your team in the chat. Let me see some. I'm trying to see some. A little experiment.
It's gonna hurt, bro.
Or are you just a neutral NBA fan that likes to see Knicks fans crash out? They like to see us crash out. I was kind of surprised to see that 3,000 in here tonight, but not really though, because in a loss like this, people like to bask in our pain.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
Yeah, they like Evan Roberts.
Hey, man. Yeah. Look, man, I wouldn't even be surprised. What was it? During the game of the week preview last night, there's some Detroit fans in there. I'm like, why are you all in here?
Oh,
You know why.
we told you why. Shout out to Koo. Does good content. Shout out to Koo. But, where else are they getting, serious basketball talk from?
This is true.
What's that one platform with the guy I call Skid Rock? What's that platform? Woodward Sports. Woodward Sports. Woodward Sports. Like, bro, I can't take none of y'all seriously, man. What do the guys look like? Skid Rock. Like Kid Rock's little, meth head brother. Like, bro, go sit your ass down somewhere and go get yourself in a 3-step program. Usually I'm talking basketball. What are you talking about, man? I'm like Skid Rock. Braylon Edwards trying to get at me. He was working with Woodward Sports one time. I'm like, Braylon Edwards.
Hey, man.
Wow.
What's going on here?
That's your man's house.
That is my guy.
Right.
Braylon Edwards.
That's on your side, yeah.
I don't take you seriously at all, brother. You sit this one out too. You go sit down too over there. Braylon Edwards. How was your draft, Al? Were you pleased with your draft pick?
Hey, we got a really good edge rusher. Very excited about that.
Okay.
So, how about you? How are you feeling?
I'm all right. I won't know until they actually play. I'm not that deep in the weeds with college football. I just don't have too much time. I follow the playoffs and all of that. So unless they played in the playoffs, I don't really have time to follow them. But hey, if they believe in them, let's do it. So we got, who do we get? We got the edge rusher. We got the edge rusher, and we got the offensive lineman, right?
Yeah.
So they got 2 positions of need. They need a lot. So yeah. There you go, man.
Yeah, Nick's got David Bailey, so looking forward to see what he does, man.
Okay. Good luck to you guys with another 50 years.
Same to you.
Thank you, man. Okay. Who else we got? Did we get Gurley 76C? $5 super chats is coward's trash. Give him a DMP Saturday to purposely end his Iron Man streak. He doesn't deserve to play. Fire Brown and Rose after elimination. Wasted year. They're down 2-1, man. How did everybody feel about the Giants draft in the chat? What did you guys think, man? Rate the picks in the chat. 1 being trash, 5 being facts. Rate day 1. Mike Vrabel said, man,
oh my God.
Yo, I'm so tired of seeing these people dirty laundry on Twitter. I mean, it's so dirty, man. I'm like, damn, my eyes. I'm saved. I can't watch this anymore.
I'm saved. Yeah.
I'm looking at these people dirty laundry. I thought the funniest thing was my man was like, I'm gonna skip days 1 and 2. No, he goes, I'm gonna skip day 3 because I got to go get counseling. But days 1 and 2, I'm in the war room. Goddamn, I'm in the war.
Yeah.
Have you been seeing the tweets from
bro? Diabolical. 30.
Naming your son Mike is crazy.
Yeah, all of that, man. I'm like, bro, that's too much for me, man. That's too much for me, man. All my children wasn't this scandalous back in the day, man.
Oh, that's insane.
Scandaloso. I said, nah, man, this is too much for me, man. Can't do it. I can't handle it.
Nah.
I'm power scrolling through all of it. The pictures, everything.
Nah.
I say, yo, get this filth off my timeline.
How did it get there?
The one that's crazy is, the one that's crazy is this one, though. I gotta read this one. I gotta read this one, though, from because Diana Rossetti tweeted this out. Listening to Wale, and the quote starts, Lions, Bengals, and Bears. Some people want you in debt if they can't put you in fear. I bring my Savage out, my Jamal Adams out. Lions, Bengals, and Bears. I'm fighting demons in fear. I tighten up when it's time, and Mike Vrabel ain't here.
Bro, what?
Yeah. Demonic. It's crazy, man. Yeah, it's crazy, man.
That was a
I'm in the good book, man. I'm in the good book. Stay tapped in every Sunday with the Lord. You got to reset. That's why you need that. You need that reset, man. That's why I need that reset every Sunday. Let me get back centered. Tap in with the Lord, man. Yeah. Nasty work out there, man. So need that
nasty work, man.
Tap in with the Lord on Sunday, man. Get that reset, man. That's how I need to do it. That's me. I can't speak for everybody else. That's just me, man. Shout out to Vince Yako, 6058, Australian, $5 super chat says, we're couch coaches. We get it. Knicks don't. I can't believe it. How are we seeing this clearer from the couch than the actual team? Yeah. Why? Yeah.
Cowboy said
people.
bars to your tweet. Cowboy in the chat said bars. I'm like, okay, you missed the entire talking about bars. To what Alex said to the tweet.
Yeah.
Missed the entire.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Stay tapped in on a Sunday, man. Stephen Hunger, 5527. Where'd you leave off at, Al?
Let me go back to it.
Well, shout out to everybody that left super chats, man. We got a lot of super chats tonight, man.
Left off at. Holy cow.
Yo.
JFK the God. Why do you think
that's right.
we didn't play? Why do you think we didn't play Mitch on the last defensive set when we took Towns and Brunson out?
I have no answer.
Yeah, that.
None.
I was hoping they were gonna have an answer.
I have none. I have no answer. None. Chad, I can't mark a $10 super chat. CP, riding around with a wedding gift for you and the Knicks chick since game 1, and keep missing you, man. Hopefully, we'll see you for game 5 when we go up. Kane, I thought I saw you on the reservation list for tonight at Printer's Alley. I didn't see you, man. If you were there, maybe you in the front. I was in the back, man. You should have pulled up. Shout out to Kane. Chabiz from LI. $5 super chat franchise channel member says, what is with our possession at the end of the half and the end of the game? We have no plans and in key possessions. Also, get me from the Discord. Chabiz from LI. Okay. All right, Chabiz. Okay. Oh, we see the Ryan Reynolds, Chuck D's in here. All right, let's get to Chuck first. And we'll get to Chabiz, and then we got a wrap. I'm about to crash. Chuck, the rhyme animal, Chuck D, Stadium Report.
Y'all hear me?
Yep, loud and clear.
Yeah, I'm in my mom's driveway.
Oh,
because I told her, I said, I'm gonna stay. It's her birthday. She turned 87 today. And then me and nephew went on over to ATL MSG, and yeah, man, this is game 3, and they all was pumped up, especially after the last 2 minutes of game 2. So you know they was ready. And so everybody was going up into the arena today with an attitude. And, you know, I think we had big numbers up in there, but we didn't have a reason to have as much volume and make noise all game long. There were points, but, you know, we didn't have the reasons. So we were drowned out like those red shirts that were on the back of every seat. You know, somebody dropped some kind of beer in front of me, and it was a perfect thing to actually dry the floor in front of me. So, but it was manic in there. It was manic, and they had the advantage to make noise. And you know, like, I mean, Soldier Boy comes out, you know, he still looks like he's 12 and singing 12-year-old things. So
they brought all the fair weathers out.
Yeah. So T.I. across the thing.
The ATL joint and
Tyler Perry.
Troy came out with the belt.
Yeah. It was they pulled out all this, and rightfully they should. You know, this is typically this is historically a city that if we went up 2-0, they back to going to Papados and getting catfish po' boys and stuff like that on game 3 with us being up. But since it was 1-1, everybody was ready. And because they knew that New York was also going to come out. And of course, it's always this like, yeah, this ain't no MSG ATL. This is ATL. And so it was that type of thing. So, you know, and everybody's interrelated, you know, it's like somebody's down there and been living down there 30 years. So it's that type of thing, even more so than any other place, maybe except for maybe Washington, you know, which is in Maryland, and even more so than Philly, because these fans down here it's just they fly by night. So anyway, can I say fractured identity? We have a fractured identity. fractured identity.
Seems so.
I don't think it, if anything that Mike, everybody knew that we looked at Mike Brown during the regular season, says, listen, you got a regular season to try to get it together, but how are you going to pick up all the nuances from the last playoff? Because now it's playoff to playoff, and there's some things that you're missing that you just don't do. We don't need that. I mean, I looked at Landry Shamet coming in on a defensive assignment, man. It's like, you don't really know these guys, dude. You don't know these guys.
Right.
And now these guys are kind of like in the thick of the moment, kind of looking at each other like, well, we don't really not know each other. We don't kind of trust each other. And coach, sorry, we don't know you. That was the vibe. It's just like, yo, dude, we don't know you. And we in a different type of water. We don't know you. And the Knicks have a fractured identity. I'm not really going to blame it on any player. They got no coaching leadership. Sorry. And one thing, coaches are like elephants. They got long memories, man. Quinn Snyder, he was there at the Jalen Brunson birth party. He suffered burns he got fired because Jalen Brunson torched Donovan Mitchell only a few years ago. So coaches got long memories, man. He kept throwing blankets at Cap.
Yeah.
Blankets at Cap. And there's a reason, man, we lost games 2 and 3 by 1 point. I don't think the first game was embarrassing. It was stupid. It was just stupid. This game was embarrassing. We went from stupid to embarrassing. Now, when you go on down and come on down here on Saturday, I'm jetting out of here and watch it from the coastline. Listen, man, good luck, because game 4 is going to be it's going to be a Roman gladiator house. And I don't think the coach could get this team together. I think the team has to get together. I think the time we responded in the regular seasons when the team just said, listen, the players only type of meeting is got to pull it together. But then again, the players can't put themselves in the game. Mitchie, 11 minutes? Come on, man, for real? 11 minutes? That was a joke. And the thing about it, listen, when you're in the house, in the arena, and let me tell you, this place usually, is iffy. They got a big scoreboard that says "Get Loud," and they're playing all kinds of bass music in there. They playing trap. You hear the 808 bass kick in there. But this time there was volume from Hawks fans, and they usually don't do that. And let me tell you, it's a Knick fan in front of you, Hawk fan on the side. It was like that. It was all game, but we couldn't raise our volume because there was nothing to hang on to. And then when it finally got to it, because I think I sent you and Alex a text as I'm listening to CK, and I said, you know what? We were down by, I think, 14 or whatever, or 9. I said, this is going to be a cardiac, because now they're going to wake up and we're going to get cardiac. And it's too much gambling, man. It's too much gambling. It's gambling on the switch, man. And the team doesn't have it has a fractured identity now, and the coach can't bring it together. And the problem is that people say, well, it's not on the coach. But the coach is going to make the decision who's going to be in the game and who's not going to be in the game. So it has to be the coach.
Definitely the coach.
It has to be the coach. The coach is the coach. Even if the team is together, we're on the same page. The coach still is going to make the decision who's going to be in the game, who's not going to be in the game, where's the guarding assignments. It's just look afraid. The dude is afraid to make a call on the replay, a replay call. He's shook. He's making no calls on like, yo, man, run it back. What they call it when they play the replay? Huh? Yeah. Yo, man, he's totally shook. He don't do that. This dude does not. If there's a button in front of him, he is not pressing that button ever. 3 plays, Quinn Snyder went and they got what? Did he win 3-0 on Quinn Snyder on challenges?
Yeah,
crucial challenges. Challenges. It's like what? It's like he's a nice guy. But let me tell you, man, and you guys don't want to go to the Tibbs discussion I am. Tibbs yelled at, I was against games, Tibbs yelled at this team 52 minutes out of 48. screamed at every player, screamed at him. We hear nothing from this coach. Tibbs was the loudest dude, and I sat a couple seats. Matter of fact, there's a couple tickets I had last year. I sat next to Tibbs. Next to damn near Tibbs was in my ear, screaming every possession to remind these guys, don't go to sleep. Don't play with your food. Get on D. Da, 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 da. And it was a lot of his defense. Yo, man, don't fall asleep. Now it's just like, daddy ain't home. And now they got like, uncle at the crib. And the team just does not listen to this dude. They might listen to him, but it's like, yo, man, it ain't daddy, it's Unc. And we could sleep while Unc is there. So people don't want to blame the coach. You can't fire the team. And I know everybody's like, oh, we could trade, the picks and all that. And I hear Ari talk. It's like, yo, dude, man. It's like, I'm not talking about no damn future. 66 years old, dog. I'm watching this game for now. I'm watching this team right now. And one thing is I'm trying to just watch the great effort. I'm not up here betting my life on a championship this year, but I don't want to see them get embarrassed and be stupid. I mean, there's only one team going to win the damn championship. One. I want to hear Giannis has been playing with terrible teams. He's been leading terrible teams the last 3 years. The dude has been on losing teams the last 3 years. We've been on a winning team. We've been winning. We're on the upswing. And if anybody's going to catch a big L, at the end of this, if we don't win, it's Dolan. Because Dolan made that move. Yo, man, my head's because this dude right here, remember, and I'm not blaming Mike Brown, he's a nice guy and all that, but let me tell you, it was a last desperate decision to pick a coach when we couldn't find one. Remember, y'all?
100%.
Remember?
100%.
It's like, yo, no, there's no way we're going to pick Mike from Denver, Mike Malone. No way, because there's some kind of idiosyncrasy going on in the dynamics and all this BS ain't got nothing to do with coaching. So they go the other way. They do the Jason Kidd thing, all this debacle. And at the end, when August comes around, well, we'll get the guy that's hanging around who we think will fit in. But and I heard you, CP is like, you know what? We'll wait and see in the playoffs because that's when we're going to be able to test Mike Brown. And I tell you, dude is scared, man. He is scared. If somebody told Mike and say, yo, man, Mike Brown, you're going to have to play 6 guys the rest of the way, he'll probably do that, which throws everything in the sink, which throws everybody's role that they try to, 10-man row and rest players and we'll figure this one out. And I was saving the pick and roll for playoff. Yo, I'm not, jumping out, off the ship and all that. But I'm telling you right now, they not listening to this dude. This dude, you want to talk about losing the locker room? This dude has lost the playoff team. He's lost the team. They got a fractured identity. Now, it might come back together, but it's got to be the players communicating to each other. I don't think this dude could do it. And I'm telling you, when the Knicks, if they decide to get rid of Mike Brown and his stupid one and done PS, you know what I'm saying? Then we're going to start seeing a spiral. I'm telling you, coaching and leadership, and like I said, they had criticism of Tibbs, but one thing, this dude screamed at this team 52 minutes for the last 4 years. And now we see there was a reason to wake the whole team up. It's like, wake up. I'm optimistic, man. But like I said, last game, stupid. This game, embarrassing. And so the stadium report was, yo, man, I've been in the building I've been in the building. Listen to me, y'all. I've been in the building when it was the Omni played there, Phillips, and State Farm. I never heard as loud as it was tonight. And I swear to God, that last play, because I'm looking through people, people, everybody's standing. You know what I'm saying? And so you're kind of like seeing the play, and you're kind of not seeing the play. And you're looking at the back of somebody's head, some back of somebody's, shoulder. You're looking through the cracks, and you're kind of looking at the up at the jumbotron to kind of see what this last play is. So I'm kind of out of my right eye. I see, okay, Cap goes in. It's kind of like you don't see a bounce pass. You don't see anything. The ball kicks out. Then somebody gets in front of me. And then the next I heard this woman next to me screaming like she saw a murder. And then I see, Alexander Walker, man, and I said, "Oh, here." I didn't even see where we lost him. All I saw is that when I saw Alexander Walker and he had the ball, damn, like he was kicking it down the other side, and this woman screamed like somebody murdered somebody. I was like, "Oh, here we go, here we go." And then I looked up at the scoreboard, it said 0-0. And I said, damn, we had 12 seconds. We had 12 seconds.
Yeah.
And then I said, like, why? Okay, we see Josh out there. And I'm like, okay, but you bring Shaman in on defense, and then Josh is here on offense. And there's no Mitchie but for 11 minutes. As fans, we could second guess this until the cows come home. And we say, hopefully in game 4, that it pulls together. But we can't help but to second guess because we're scratching our heads like one time it was like we're looking at a small lineup, and I remember talking to my nephew and a couple people in front of the Hawks fan to the left, Knicks fan to the front, and I'm like, all right, there's OG, and he's playing the 5. And we got Hart, Deuce, and Clarkson out there. And I'm like, yo, man, we ain't stopping nobody right now. We not stop. And then when Cat was in there, you could kind of look at the scoreboard and you kind of look on the floor, and he's like I remember Kuminga's strong, right? But come on, man, Cat, his head was in Cat's armpits.
Yeah, got to get that position.
I'm like, what the hell is Then they put Alexander Walker on Cat. So, we could talk about the players all damn day long, but I'm telling you, they're not listening to this dude. And this dude is like, he's lost in all his lineup changes. He's lost in all those shuffles. He's lost it with his experimentation he did in regular season. And he's afraid to make a move right now. He's afraid to make a move. So Ari, the dude is afraid to make a move. You know what I'm saying? We can blame the players all we want. You could say how we're jeopardized in 2030 or whatever like that, and people want to get their chip right now. That's another thing that Hawks fans detect from New Yorkers. You know what they detect? You know what they detect from New Yorkers? That you know what it is, CP, when you go down there in Atlanta, and other teams know it. They say New York fans are too privileged. Y'all too snooty. You privileged, and you come down here and you ain't got your hard hats on like we expect y'all to have. And they catch us for being sensitive. And the Hawks could talk. You know why the Hawks could talk, yo? Before I sign off, I'm tired. Sorry about taking too much time. It's a stadium report of frustration. The Hawks, the last time they won a championship, not that we care, is 1957 when they were in St. Louis and they beat the Boston Celtics. So if anybody said they were the Hawk fans since back in the day when they was first the Milwaukee Hawks and then the St. Louis Hawks in 1957 when they beat Bill Russell and then lost the following season before that run of Celtics championships. If a real Hawk fan talk, they got something to really bark about instead of us crying about our 1973. Think about that. They haven't won since 1957. Those that are still living. So we can't sometimes get all privileged, like, oh, we got to get this and we haven't won it. Like really, New Yorkers stand up, man the F up, woman the F up, and be the best fan we can against everybody and wish for the best. But I just tell you, I think, they got to snap out of it. They got to snap out of it.
Yeah.
And this coach ain't never going to scream. And if they scream at him, if he screams at them, They're not going to take him seriously. They don't take this dude seriously. They already know that, yo, man, if we don't win it, he's going to be the one that's gone. Think about that. Think about that. He's going to be out here. Matter of fact, he might not even finish out the series. They don't take this dude seriously. That's the problem. Fractured identity. They got to wait. Maybe Cap could get them another team, players only meeting, and maybe that will help. This guy can't do it.
They might need it tonight, man.
They might. You know why? Because they still gonna be here. I saw Monica before I left out and just shook my head. And you know, they all gotta stay here. They can't fly out of town. This ain't no NCAA, you know, one and they gotta stay here. They gotta figure it out. They gotta stay here and get ready to go right back there on Saturday. But hey, Knicks fans, let's stand up.
Stay up.
Support this team. I'm not thinking ahead like, oh, the next round or what we're gonna do against. Yo, we got to get back to the Eastern Conference. Yo, I'm telling you, and I was texting Han at the same time. Yo, man, we in trouble right now. Bad trouble. Bad trouble. And you know what? The Hawks don't have the ability to blow us out. That's the thing about it. I was like texting back, they ain't gonna blow us out. But they've gone from boys to men in a matter of a few days, and now they got fangs. They got fangs now.
They got confidence. You know, they got confidence, man.
Yeah, they got confidence. So it's
man.
All right, here we go. Hey, have a good trip down there, CP, and everything, and we'll trade seats.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Great call, CK. Listen to you as I'm watching the game in real time, and I was texting that Alex too. So you know, sorry to take up so much time, but
good, man.
But stadium report was real because it was hey, this is what it is. This is what it is. It's what we wait all season for, and here we are.
Yeah,
all right, y'all.
The Rhyme Animal, Chuck D, ladies and gentlemen, throw a hashtag PE in the chat. Throw some fives in the chat for the Rhyme Animal, Chuck D, man. The stadium report. Okay, let me finish up these super chats and then we're gonna wrap, man. Because I'm absolutely exhausted. Had a long ass day, and it continues tomorrow. We got Lee Ellis checking in, formerly of the Starters. He'll be on the show tomorrow morning at 11. So, you know, anybody who didn't get a call in tonight, call us up. We'll be back at 11 a.m. tomorrow to debrief this game, and you guys can get your calls in. You know, obviously we could go all night, but it's just not humanly possible for us right now. You know, CK did play-by-play. I've been doing everything all day, every day, as I always do. You know, Al has responsibilities as well, so we got to get back to regular life, and we'll get back to it. You know, we I think we captured all the takes on tonight's game and the disgust. So better that we fast forward to tomorrow and get to Saturday so they can, you know, right their wrongs and see what they have left. You know, if they have anything left. Okay. All right. Let me finish all the super chats and then we wrap. I'm just my screen is going a little slow here. Ton of super chats. Shout out to everybody that donated. If you weren't able to donate, you can send us a super chat, $ KnicksFanTV on the Cash App. I'm just trying to catch up here, Al. I don't know.
I can start with Terrence Cox. I got Terrence Cox.
Yeah, go ahead.
Shout out to Terrence Cox with the $2 super chat and for being a franchise channel member. Said,
yeah,
can't keep giving it to him if he runs from the ball. I guess he's talking about
Cat.
Okay. Right. What's it?
Yeah, keep going. For some reason, I don't know if it's because of chat or for some reason my super chats keep skipping. Like I can't organize it properly.
No worries. Got CB22491 with the $10 super chat. Shout out to you for being a franchise channel member. Says, can't believe I drove 3 hours, paid $68 for 2 slices of pizza and 2 beers. Listen to the paid hype group in the crowd, and to top it all off, my first ever walk of shame out of State Farm. Thank you, Knicks. Woof. Tough, man. That is tough.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny, man. Hold your
Shout
head.
Self-Made Rush with the $5 super chat said these guys hate each other. It's very clear we can stop beating around the bush. Brown doesn't like Cat, and neither does the rest of the team. It's obvious. We also got Carol with the what does PLN stand for, CP? You're the
PLN denomination. PLN denomination. That's Polish. Oh, we live in Poland.
Shout out to Poland, man. We got $100.
What time is it?
What's the currency called?
The Polish zloty. Zloty.
The Polish is zloty. 100 is zloty.
Go,
Shout out
man.
to you. 4:30 a.m. in Poland. Last game, I got up at 3:15 to see the second half, and then get back to sleep for 2 hours before work. All for nothing. We felt that. That's tough, man. We felt that through the season.
There we go.
Miracle switch playoff miracle switch didn't happen. Thanks for your work. Of course.
Shout out to ELT, $5 super chat. McCall, 0 points. Hard 2 points. Brunson airball. Turnover at the end. Unacceptable. Starting to feel uncomfortable about my own team. Shout out to Big Fig 95. Says took Mike Brown less than a year to ruin this team. Shout out Vic from the Style. Legit question. Crazy to limit JB's minutes. Is it crazy to limit his minutes in this series? Yes, it is. You need him to be good, and you need him to play minutes to win this series and to win the playoffs. He's just not playing well. He's got to play better. Shout out to Mil Corso. Says this is a poorly coached team is difficult to watch. I would give the 5 draft picks and Bridges Tom Thibodeau back to get Tom Thibodeau back. Shout out to Do Live. Welcome to franchise channel members. K Marco. We need to go get Steve Kerr. AR Brown. Mike Brown is begging to be fired. Cat need to get in the post. JB's having a bad series. Yes, he is. Shout out Jess Varghese. 1815 $5 super chat says during the Brunson era, when the Knicks lose back-to-back playoff games, they always lose a series. Well, hopefully, there's always time to break history. Blackness 201 franchise channel member $5 super chat says Bridges was the one who complained about Tibbs putting too much pressure on starters. Don't forget, expectations breed disappointment. Why I'm on him. Shout out Stephen Wang says game was over when we started a 4th down 8 and we had Alvarado McBride without Cat or Brunson. 6 empty possessions. Brown needs to be fired now. Cool Vids Man, $5 super chat says it's New York championship window wide enough to survive 2 bad coaches. Wouldn't be this mad if the team was doing its best on all fronts, coaching included. Shout out Rob C. Biz. Says, was this another 4th quarter where Cat doesn't touch the ball for like 6 minutes? Even if we come back and win this series, or something. I got that. Marcus Wilson, $5 super chat says we need to have a serious discussion about Mikal Bridges ASAP. There's no way you have more turnovers than points, rebounds, or assists. Unbelievable. Amari says, can we please not have Towns starting from the 3-point line? Get your big ass in the paint. Grow up, man. Steven again says, Mikal Bridges misses the game-winning shot in Game 2 and gets clowned. Responds tonight by missing 3 wide-open shots and 4 turnovers. Wave this guy. Terrence Cox says, I don't care. DOR needs to enter the rotation. No blaming coach for this one. We took the lead. Josh, 2 points, and Bridges, 0 points. Cat weak and soft. No, the coach is horrible. You can walk and chew gum at the same time. Marcus Wilson, Mikal Bridges becomes Roy Hibbert in 2026. If you know, you know. Has become Roy Hibbert in 2026. Stephen Wang says, I miss Dante. It's been a while since we heard that. Timothy Dancer says, like I said before, Villanova trio has to be broken up, and we need wins, not friends. Stephen Wang again. Shout out to Stephen. Says, fate of the universe on the line. Give me Frank Ntilikina over Mikal Bridges. All right, now he just went all the way out the window. He crashed out heavy. Thanks for the super chat, so. He also says, $5 super chats, my dog scored the same amount of points as Bridges today. Yeah, he crashed all the way out. The Hoff, 123, says, I have to take a mental health day from work tomorrow because of Mike Brown. 4th quarter down 8, and we started the lineup shooting 20% with 30 points at that point. How many people taking off work tomorrow, man? Anybody taking off work tomorrow? Shout out Vince Yako, $5 super chat, Australian. Says, I got that one. Shout out Girly76C, $5 super chat. Says, Cal is trash. Give him a DMP to purposely end his Iron Man streak. Yeah, got that one already. I got Frank. I got Jabri Wilson. Okay, so it seems like the fans are loving Mikal Bridges tonight. Shout out to Got that. Okay. Say Quizzy says fake championship team getting exposed by the Hawks. Yep, got that one. All right. I think we got everybody here, man. I'm about to crash, man. I'm tired as hell. I think we got it. All right, man. Former known as Steve 10 super chess. We beat ourselves both times, and Cal not scoring tonight should set him up for a great game 4. Mike Brown is now basically coaching for his life. Game 4 is a must-win. Period. Kalia Plunkett, $5 super chat. I was at the game and can confirm Cat and Mike Brown do not like each other. Also, the team looks like they are annoyed with each other. Chaz Freeze, $5 super. No chemistry, horrific coaching, insanely minute management. Cat will be missed when Giannis is here. Just don't hope Rick Brunson is the next head coach. Omega Rex, $10 super chat says, what is getting the most exposed? Is it our basketball IQ, our execution, lack of buy-in on Mike Brown's game plan, JB's inability to figure out playoff double teams, or all of the above? This was tough. K Marco again, salute, got you. Chas Maly, got that. Do Live 9445, got that. Big Country, because Mike Brown never wanted to coach the Knicks. He took the money. He was a desperate hire. Triple C, $10 super chat says, Alvarado, as ineffective as he's been, has more points tonight than McCall and Josh combined. Nasty work, and Dyson Daniels hit a 3. SMH, that kind of night. On to Saturday. Shout out to Big Country. All right, man. Yo, remember this show's available in audio podcast format. Salute to everybody who tapped in. Tomorrow we got Lee Ellis coming in at 11 o'clock a.m. KFTV Live. Make sure you tap in then. Anybody who didn't call in tonight can call in at 11. Shout out to the replay gang. Also remember that these shows are available in audio podcast format. We out of here, man. Peace.